Hey guys, Chaos Shinobi here. This is a story where Minato and Naruto's souls become fused together, making them one soul and one person. Now let's begin. Chapter 11. Konoha Hospital at the fourth day of Naruto's departure towards Wave Country equals. Tsunade was doing a diagnosis on Kushina. She is walking up. Anbu, tell Sarutobi-sensei come here. She semi-shouted to the Anbu guarding the room. 1 minute later, Hiruzen came in. So, she is waking up? Asked Hiruzen. Yeah. Tsunade forced more chakra into Kushina, whose eyes slowly begin to open. As her eyes slightly opened, she tried to speak but nothing came out from her mouth. Relax, Kushina. Give yourself a bit of time and you will talk, said Tsunade. Are there any problems with her? Asked Hiruzen. Nothing. Gigi's cells almost healed any damage her body took, said Tsunade. Did you dig her grave and see what you buried? I'll wait until he returns, said Hiruzen. Where am I? Naruto? Minato? Stuttered Kushina weakly. Tsunade looked at her sensei who looked back at her, then both of them looked at Kushina. Kushina tried to get up, but her body didn't move much. Kushina, don't try to get up. Your body is very weak. Your muscles jammed from the stiffness without moving for a long time. Tsunade stopped when Kushina's hand grabbed onto hers, and she was surprised at the amount of pressure Kushina was putting. Where is Naruto? Minato? Asked Kushina. You know Minato died from using the forbidden jutsu to trap the Kyuubi in Naruto safely. Naruto is out of Konoha for a mission though, said Hiruzen. My baby? I=S out of the village? For a mission? What did you do to my son? Kushina's anger raised as her hand changed into wood and grabbed Tsunade completely. What? Hiruzen was shocked for a moment before calming down. Kushina, 12 years have passed since the Kyuubi attacked. Naruto is now 12 and a genin. That's why he is out for a mission. Kushina's angered face calmed down as the wood transformed back into her hand. 12 years. Tsunade sighed in relief. I didn't see it coming. Enough questions for now. Kushina, you will shut your damn mouth for next 4 days, then you can do whatever you can. Kushina was about to say something, but Tsunade pushed an injection in her, and she drifted into sleep again. Tsunade, Kushina used Mokuton. Is it because of Shodai-sama's cells? Asked Hiruzen. More than that, I saw her own body cells accepted Gigi's cells since Uzumaki are distant relatives of the Senju, said Tsunade. I didn't think she could use it though, but now when she could use it means she will be more than fine. It's good to hear. Now it's just time to wait for Naruto to come back, said Hiruzen. Back to Wave Country . Naruto was sitting at a clearing to clear his mind, also thinking about Kushina. His team exercise ended an hour ago and he didn't have to watch Tazuna for that day, so he wanted his time alone. Naruto, said a voice. What? Naruto opened his eyes to an unknown voice and saw a pair of red eyes with pinwheel shape and found himself at a red world with a red moon, and he was crucified. Welcome to my supreme Genjutsu world, Naruto. I'm Itachi Uchiha and I'm the god of this world, said Itachi. Naruto sighed. Well, at least you did something to call yourself god, unlike your brother. Anyways, you're the person I was looking for, Itachi. You're a strange person, Naruto. You aren't even intimidated in my world, said Itachi. Maybe I should do something more. The whole image changed, and they found themselves in Konoha. Naruto saw himself at Konoha in his younger form with a shadow of the 9 tails coming out and angry villagers. You see, Naruto, you're the Kyuubi who destroyed Konoha 12 years ago. No one wants you. You are alone. You were born alone, and you will die alone, said Itachi. The scene shifted and he was now in the academy as the students ignored him or bullied him, or Sasuke defeated him at every spar in a single move and the teacher tried to fail him. You will have no friends, someone you can rely on. You will stay weak, and people will make you since they don't want you to become stronger and damage the village again. Your parents left you because you're a demon. The Hokage never helped you because he wanted to get rid of you? Everything reverted back to the red world and sees Naruto, who has an impassive look on his face. You're still 15 years too young to control my emotions, Itachi. Now tell me the reason why did you massacred your clan leaving Sasuke the only survivor? Asked Naruto. You impressed me, Naruto. You didn't even budge by my Genjutsu, said Itachi. Why does Danzo have Shursui Uchiha's Mangekyo Sharingan? Asked Naruto. So, you know Danzi stole Shursui's eye, you know about Mangekyo Sharingan. Who are you? Itachi tried to invade Naruto's mind but couldn't. Don't try to invade my mind. You can't go until I want you there. I can't give you my secret without anything in return, said Naruto. How is Sasuke? Asked Itachi. A brat who thinks himself as God. A brat who is jealous of every person stronger than him. But he isn't training to get stronger, but murdering them sneakily, said Naruto. I see. My Otudo is still foolish, said Itachi. Like you, though you can give me a reason for your foolishness, you turned him like that. If not you then Fugaku. I'm sure Makoto wasn't like that, said Naruto. Yeah, you're right, it's Oto-san's fault that what he is now, said Itachi. You still didn't answer my question, said Naruto. Since you resisted my genjutsu, then I will tell you something. I'm a part of a mercenary group called the Akatsuki. Our true goal is to capture all the bijou, including the Kyuubi, said Itachi. So, you're an acquaintance of Madara Uchiha. He wears a mask with a single eye hole, and he can control space-time, said Naruto. You know him? How do you know him? Asked Itachi. He was the one who kidnapped my Kasan at my birth to take the Kyuubi from her, said Naruto. My Tusen fought and kicked Madara's ass before sealing the Kyuubi in me. Who told you this? Sadame-sama made your parentage a S-ranked secret, said Itachi. His ranks mean nothing to the bijou in my stomach, said Naruto. I see. I'm tasked to capture you, and my decision was to meet you as fruitful after all, said Itachi. Now Itachi, tell me what I wanted to know, or I will seal you in a scroll and jump to Konoha, said Naruto. I can't tell you what I'm doing or why, said Itachi. Very well, this is the only answer I wanted, so I will get it with everything I have, said Naruto. Itachi's eyes slightly widen as the scene changed with the person inside. In the mindscape . Welcome to our mind, Itachi, said Minato. What? Yandame-sama. Itachi found himself in a cage in a sewer. Don't try anything, Itachi. I have sealed you inside me. There is no escape until I let you, said Minato. Itachi tried to activate his Sharingan but was unable to. What are you doing, Naruto? Not my chakra, it's my soul. My soul is trapped inside my son, and we are slowly consuming each other, and someday we will be a new entity, said Minato. So, now Itachi me the truth. I see. I have no point to hide it in front of the Hokage. Now I know why Naruto has changed so much, but why did you show me you secret Yandame-sama? Asked Itachi. Because I know you are not the person who would go mad some night and kill everyone in your clan. I know the Uchiha didn't fight back. Fugaku was strong, and if he fought then you would lose, said Minato. I guess you're right, Oto-san didn't fight back, accepting what's coming. I was ordered by Sandaime-sama and his advisors to kill the Uchiha clan, said Itachi. What? Why? Asked Minato. The Uchiha clan was planning a coup on Konoha because of the Kyuubi attack. Many people saw the Sharingan in the Kyuubi's eyes, and that's why the tension among us and the village grew. Me and Shursui were double agents for both sides. Then Shursui said his Mangekyo could put all of the Uchiha clan into an unbreakable genjutsu. But Danzo happened, so Shursui gave his last eye to me and died. Seeing no other option, I was ordered to kill my clan. I killed them and joined a group called the Akatsuki to spy on them and protect Konoha and Naruto from them, explained Itachi. I couldn't kill Sasuke because I love my brother more than anything, so I wanted him to grow strong, then kill me to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan. Seems your plan on Sasuke failed miserably, said Minato. I think so. I never thought he would become like this. The village spoiled him, said Itachi. Yeah, Itachi, I have deal for you. You said Akatsuki is acting as a mercenary group now? Asked Minato. Yes. Itachi's eyes widened slightly. Don't tell me you want to hire us? I can feel some of your pain, Itachi. You sacrificed everything for the love of your village and became a criminal. In my previous life, I sacrificed my family, my son, and I wanted him to be a hero, not what the village was making him into. When I woke up in his body, I felt his hatred towards his village. When our memories were shared, I felt his hatred even more, said Minato. I know what you are saying. I used to watch him sometimes, how he handled everything, said Itachi. Would you mind if I hire you to finish someone? Asked Minato. You mean Danzo? Questioned Itachi. Yes, I have my reasons for that, and I know I can't do it alone, said Minato. I want a future where Naruto will not have to go to a war or something like you did. I'll help you in that case, but I also want help, Yandame-sama. I want Sasuke to become normal like others, not an arrogant kid trying to kill others, said Itachi. Minato sighed. I tried since the day we entered at the same team, but neither he listened to him, nor he tried to understand. I will give something that can help, but I need to get out from here, said Itachi. Okay. Minato fingers glowed with his chakra, and he jabbed his stomach. The next moment, Itachi found himself at a house with Naruto in front of him. Here, take this, said Itachi. A crow appeared with Sharingan. I then entered through Naruto's mouth. Naruto coughed. You could have warned me with that. What was that? You will figure it out, but we need to go where we were. Kisame will make a fuss, said Itachi. Act with he in front of him. Naruto grabbed Itachi and teleported at Wave Country. Kisame was waiting for Itachi at that same spot for the past 20 minutes. Then suddenly they appear in front of him, and he saw both of them were panting heavily. What happened, Itachi? Naruto not only endured my Tsukuyomi but absorbed me into his seal of the Kyuubi. What? Said Kisame. I used all my chakra to get out. You'll have to carry me, sleed Itachi. Kisame looks at Naruto. What about the Kyuubi? It can wait. Itachi got a nod from Kisame, who carried him on his shoulders and shunshined away. That sure went well, said Naruto. The next 10 days went well for Team 10. Nothing much happened except that same night at dinner time, Tezuna's grandson, Inari, who didn't believe in heroes and said that they will die against Gato. Ino was the first one to react with a yell at the boy that they were shinobi and they already Gato's hired ninja once, and they will do it again. The boy then snapped and said about who a ninja's life was easy life. When Naruto spoke about how his parents were killed the day he was born, he didn't tell them about the reality of Kushina, for his team was there. When Naruto described some things from his previous life, Shikamaru agreed with him, and after learning the story from Tezuna fully, the father-son could actually give sympathy to the boy. As the night passed, Naruto went to the woods for light training. When he met Haku, he immediately recognized him. After Haku introduced himself, thought he didn't say anything about that. On the bridge =====. Now, after a whole week, Team 10 without Naruto, who insisted to stay back if Gato sends his goons to kidnap Tezuna's family, fully recovered, came back on the bridge and saw heavy mist and injured bridge builders. My, look whom we have here, said Zabuza. This will be your last time coming here, Zabuza Momochi, said Asuma. For you, I think Asuma Sarutobi Zabuza suddenly charged at Tezuna at full speed. Asuma, predicting Zabuza's move, he took out his trench knives and blocked the attack. Zabuza spoke, HMMP. Haku, finish the others when I'll deal with him. As your wish, Zabuza-sama. Haku attacked the Genins at his full speed. He's fast, said Ino in amazement. Don't worry, Bubenbaika no Jutsu, partial expansion jutsu. Choji's arms grew bigger and attacked Haku, who jumped to dodge the oversized arms but was met with a volley of shuriken. Haku again dodged the shuriken but saw the kunai coming. For the next few moments Haku was get annoyed as he never got a chance to close the distance for a moment. You three have the perfect combination attack I have ever seen. Zabuza-sama told me to be weary of the Ino Shikacho trio even if you three happen to be Genin, said Haku. How do you know our names? Asked Ino. You used your clan jutsus which were recognized, said Haku. Troublesome. Now he knows us, we will have to do more work. Shikamaru got into hand seals, his shadow stretched towards Haku. Haku quickly backflipped sometimes to get away Shikamaru's shadow length but saw Choji was rolling towards him. Sensatsu Susho, secret jutsu, 1,000 needles of death. The water flew up, changing its shape into needles, then showered on Choji. Choji, don't stop Spinuib, yelled Shikamaru. Hearing his best friend, Choji did what he was told and spined until the shower of the needles stopped. Choji stopped spinning and fell on his back, wincing with pain and stiffness. It still hurts. The needles were still sharp and Haku stopped in his tracks and slumped suddenly. Nice timing, Ino. Shikamaru catches Ino's body before it falls down violently. Heh, his mind is not hard to catch, said Ino through Haku. Can you use your jutsu to interrupt Zabuza so Asuma-sensei can do it fast? Said Shikamaru. I will try. I have seen his memories and it's sad and also bloody. Haku started to do some hand seals. Oh, no. What happened? Asked Shikamaru. Get out of here, I can't control his body, he is going to use a jutsu. It will be large-scale jutsu, said Haku. Shit. Shikamaru used his shadow to bind Choji and make him run with him carrying Ino, followed by Tazuna. Funsai Kori no Yari, shattering ice spears. Haku took over his body again and used the same jutsu which he uncontrollably used to kill his father. He knew that with that jutsu, the genin and the client would die since it's a wide-range jutsu. Shikamaru felt chakra molding under his foot, and he thought that he was done for sure. We're done for. I'm sorry, but you have left me with no other option, Haku silently said to himself. Meanwhile, with Asuma Asuma was clashing against Zabuza in a fierce Kenjutsu battle when he felt the chill of ice and an earthquake. Shikamaru, Choji, Ino. Don't bother now, they're dead. This is the second time Haku used this jutsu and there is no run from it, said Zabuza. I have to finish you fast. Asuma charged more wind chakra into his knives and attacked Zabuza. Zabuza dodged Asuma's attack, though every time he dodged, he got a cut on where Asuma aimed. He jumped back a few feet and placed his blade behind him before forming more hand seals. Gufu Suka no Jutsu, water release, water vortex technique. Asuma was unprepared for the jutsu and got hit directly. That went well, Zabuza smirked, but it quickly died when Asuma poofed into smoke. Kagebushin, shadow clone. Zabuza felt a movement from his right side and got alerted when he saw a trench knife again. Back to Haku . Haku went near his creation which blocked the bridge completely spreading to a good distance, but he didn't see one thing. He didn't find any tangled body in those spears. No bodies, nothing which will confirm that he killed his enemies. Did they jump from the bridge? No, then I should have heard the sounds. Haku decided to check the end of his creation but found someone standing on the highest spears. Naruto Uzumaki, he mumbled. I hoped we will never fight as enemies, Haku, but we have here. I thought our meeting would change this battle, but I guess I was wrong, said Naruto. It seems you saved your friends, Naruto-san, said Haku. It would be troublesome not to say thanks for saving all of us, Shikamaru said from the other half of the bridge. Mention not Shikamaru, you guys rest now, and also thanks for weakening him. Naruto threw a tri-pronged kunai towards Haku, who, seeing the kunai, he took out his kunai to deflect Naruto's thought. He was surprised when Naruto appeared on the kunai. Naruto aimed for Haku's neck for one-shot kill, but Haku managed to block his speed and strength with the swing of Haku's kunai. Zabuza-sama and me both believe that you are no genin who just graduated the academy, also that waistband, said Haku. I graduated from the academy a month ago, though I have some secrets. Maybe if we were friends then we could talk peacefully, said Naruto. Yeah, maybe, but you're stuck here. Haku does some hand seals with a single hand. Sensatsu Susho, secret jutsu, 1,000 needles of death. Impressive. Naruto teleported away in a distance from the water needles. Doing hand seals with a single hand is really impressive. Naruto began to do some hand seals. Show me everything you have, Haku. Katan. Kane Hoshiki no Jutsu, fire release. Flamethrower technique. Naruto spits out hot flames towards Haku, who jumped across the fire to save himself very fast. After dodging the fire, Haku continuously threw Senbon towards Naruto to make him busy. Naruto then threw some shuriken immediately. Ninpo, shuriken Kagebushin no Jutsu, shuriken shadow clone jutsu. Though Naruto deflected all the Senbon, he got hit by 2 at his left ass cheek and yelped comically before taking them out. He also got a single cut over his whisker marks due to dodging a Senbon very closely. Haku gave a very small moment to Naruto to attack him between his continuous Senbon attacks. Naruto was testing Haku's speed, but he saw that Haku's speed rose with passing time. Your speed in incredibly rising, and now I can't do the way that I was taking, said Naruto. Same goes for you, Naruto-san. I have wasted much time on you. It's time to defeat you. Makio Hyosho, secret jutsu, demonic crystal ice mirrors, said Haku. Naruto saw many mirrors made of ice surrounded him, and then Haku went into a mirror and all the mirrors projected him. Haku continued. No one ever get out from this jutsu alive, Naruto-san. I didn't intend to kill you, but you left me with no choice from finishing Zabuza-sama's mission. The feeling is mutual, but I don't intend to stay here. Naruto tried to get out from the dome. Haku appeared from where Naruto tried to go out and stopped him. You don't match my speed here, Naruto-san. His speed drastically increased in the mirrors. He is traveling at a good jonin speed. This is interesting, said Minato. Let's see if I can melt them. Keton, Karyuenden, fire release. Fire Dragon Flame Bullet, said Naruto. Haku disappeared from the mirror. Naruto shot his A-rank jutsu and saw the mirror didn't destroy completely but half melted. But the damage was repaired quickly. It's not indestructible but really magnificent, said Naruto analytically. Impressive. You almost destroyed my ice mirror. Haku rained down Senbon on Naruto from every side of his mirrors. Damn, Taju Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Multi-Shadow Cone Jutsu. Naruto created clones to save himself from Senbon, but the Senbon were coming faster than he could make clones, so he got struck by many of them. He winced in pain when the Senbon entered in his flesh, but performed some hand seals and electricity ran through his body. Then a bluish-green chakra sphere appeared in his palm. Haku sweated slightly from losing chakra very fast and also seeing the compressed chakra sphere in Naruto's palm. Sorry, this is the end. Raitun, Furishisutpu, lightning release. Flash step. Naruto disappeared and slammed the Rasengan where Haku was, and the ice mirror shattered. I can't let the jutsu hit me, thought Haku and barely made it out from where Naruto was going to hit. Naruto didn't stop until he broke every mirror with his Raitun. Furishisutpu, lightning release. Flash step, and Rasengan. Upon breaking the final mirror, he hit Haku straight in his gut with a Rasengan. Naruto-san is so strong. I can't win this fight, Zabuza-sama. Sorry for letting you down, Haku thought before his consciousness faded. The battle between Zabuza and Asuma equals. Zabuza sees Haku's ice spear jutsu and get a smug look on his face. Looks like your genin are done for with the bridge builder. I don't think so, my genin will not die here. Katon. Karyuden, fire release. Fire dragon bullet, said Asuma. Suetun. Suryuden no jutsu, water release. Water dragon bullet, said Zabuza. Both jutsu kalied and made a huge explosion. I'm at the end of my chakra reserves, thought Zabuza. If I can't hit him with my next jutsu, then I'm dead. Asuma sees where the ice spears are and finds an ice dome. Looks like your boy didn't win. I still have Naruto. Don't mock me by saying that, blonde. If he is trapped inside Haku's dome, then he is done for. Haku is faster than me inside of it, said Zabuza. Are you sure? Asked Asuma. Afterwards, Zabuza's gaze turned towards the dome and saw that some mirrors were already shattered. Asuma took his chance and shunshined away from Zabuza with a half-ram seal in his left hand. Zabuza suddenly realized that he got distracted and found Asuma getting into his pose. Looks like he needed space and time to utilize that jutsu. I can use the time, then I can finish him, though Zabuza and charged at Asuma with his blade. Asuma follows his left hand as he positioned his right arm for the next and final jutsu. U-time is up. Zabuza Momochi, Reigo, Senjutsu, welcoming approach, thousand-armed murder. Zabuza didn't stop without any visible sight of what jutsu Asuma used, but he stopped when something hit him which felt like a punch. What the? Another punch hit, causing him to fly backwards but kept being played like a ping-pong ball between punches. As the jutsu ended, Asuma saw Zabuza with little life force left. He looked at the other side and found Haku was also down, only Naruto was standing there looking at him. Asuma-sensei, is it over? Asked Naruto. Yeah, Zabuza lost and now he is dying, said Asuma. Oh, said Naruto simply. So why you defeated Haku? Said Zabuza. It was a great fight. He is unconscious from fatigue and chakra exhaustion, said Naruto. HMMP, he became useless when I am dying, said Zabuza. Don't play at your death, Zabuza. When Ino entered in your mind, she saw how much you care for him, though you never showed it, said Naruto. Shut it, kid, said Zabuza. I'm telling the truth, said Naruto. That's why I said to shut up. I don't want to hear what I know. With me gone, he will have no one to look after him, said Zabuza. If he wants, then I can be his brother. I never had a family and he lost his, said Naruto. Then I shall count on you, Zabuza finished as he closed his eyes. Naruto spoke. Wearing a demon mask can't make him a demon, can it? Sure. Not, but are you thinking to take the boy back to Konoha? Asked Asuma. It's his choice, Asuma-sensei. I will not shackle him, but I want him to be free, said Naruto. Asuma was about to say something, but Gato interfered with his goons to kill the remains of the battle. Naruto, can you handle it? I still have enough chakra. Naruto created a single clone that charged at the goons. A single clone? Questioned Asuma. It will be enough, said Naruto. Asuma saw the single clone dodged every single attack from the thugs and tackled Gato at the end of the bridge, then dispelled into electricity, killing him before his body fell into the water. Upon seeing their leader's death, the thugs, enraged, but before they could do anything, an angry mob of villagers led by Inari appeared, and they ran away in fear. "Let's go see the others," said Asuma. "Yeah." Naruto and Asuma both shined away to meet the others carrying an unconscious Haku. "Yo. Don't yo us. Did we win? What's with the boy?" questioned Ino. "Troublesome blonde. Can't wait to settle them," said Shikamaru. Yeah, we won. Zabuza died against Asuma-sensei and Haku is unconscious. He isn't an enemy anymore. Tazuna-san. Gato died by falling from the bridge. Wave Country is free now from his clutches," said Naruto. "Is it really true?" Tazuna said, disbelieving. "Yes. Now you can make the bridge without any problems," said Asuma. A day later at Tazuna's house. Haku wakes up with stiffness in his body and finds himself in a room. Did Zabuza-sama win? It was the first thing he said to himself. "I'm sorry, but you lost," said Naruto. Haku recognized the voice and immediately tried to find something weaponable. Naruto spoke, trying to calm him down. "Calm down, Haku. No need to rush. Both of you lost and Gato died a day ago." "Did Zabuza-sama leave me? I guess he doesn't need me anymore. I lost, so I became a broken tool to him. You should kill me. I have no purpose left to live," said Haku. Naruto threw a kunai beside Haku. "Here, you can end your life by yourself, but you will listen to me." "Sure." Zabuza left, but he left the world of the living. He paused for a moment. He died against Asuma. "No." Haku began to tear up. "Again, I lost my family." "Yeah, but Zabuza never say you as a tool but his own comrade, though he never said it out loud. At his last breath, he said to me to tell you to live a good life." Naruto said as Haku remained silent but took the kunai that Naruto gave him. "If you want a journey on your own, then I have no problem. You know Gato's hideout, so we can raid for the money that he left, and, like you, I never had a family. I'll call you my brother and we can share our home. This is option 2. Also, there is option where you can end your life, though I think Zabuza would be disappointed in your if you do that." "Please, Naruto-san, don't give me false hope," said Haku. "I'm not giving you false hope. I'm saying what I wanted to say. Don't cling into past. Clinging into past will give you hatred. Those hatred will make conflicts. Then those conflicts will become a war that harness more hatred. And the cycle will continue for generations," said Naruto. "What do you know about conflicts? What do you know about hatred?" Haku let the bitterness show to Naruto. "Do you know what the term Jinchuriki means?" asked Naruto. "Yes, they are a human sacrifice to sealing of a tailed beast. The Yonde Mizukage is one, the Sanbai's Jinchuriki," said Haku. "Well, I'm also a Jinchuriki. The 9-tailed demon fox is sealed inside of me," said Naruto as Haku was surprised to hear that, and they were sure they heard some gasps from outside of their room. 12 years ago, the day I was born, Kyuubi attacked Konoha. Konoha knows the Yondaime Hokage killed it, but he sealed it inside me and died in the process. From my childhood, everyone used to see me as the demon's reincarnation. They hated me, ignored me, sometimes tried to kill me. I didn't know why, but I tried to gain their attention. I wanted to be someone. When I asked who my parents are, they said they left me and hated me because I am a demon. A month ago, I found out I'm the Kyuubi's host. After that, I started to hate the village, the Sandaime Hokage, the Yondaime Hokage, and the rest, but then I gave in to hating them. If I do, then I'll become the demon what they wanted to make me, but I am taking my sweet revenge on them. They wanted me to be weak. I became stronger. They wanted me to hate, but I never fell into hatred. They said my parents hated me, but I found out that they loved me. Whatever they didn't want me to become, I achieved everything, and that is my revenge. Now tell me I didn't feel hatred once." "I'm sorry." Haku dropped the kunai. "It's okay, you can take your time to think. We're here until the bridge is finished," said Naruto. I have a question," said Haku. "If your parents loved you, then why did they let the Hokage sacrifice you, not someone else?" "Because to them I am a hero who is making sure that Konoha will be safe from Kyuubi. I'm protecting the village even if some people won't agree," said Naruto. "People will come and go, but their deeds will remain. Both Hashirama and Madara Uchiha died years ago, but they are still remember them as the greatest shinobi and the biggest traitor." "Thank you," said Haku. "Mention not, you should rest." Naruto left the room and found the whole Team 10 with Asuma sitting there. What? I, said Ino. Ino, don't say it, please don't say it, thought Shikamaru. I'm sorry, Ino apologized. Don't, you are one with Sakura who mocked me for not having parents to teach me manners, but neither of you tried to teach me that because I'm not from a clan, yet Sasuke lost his parents, then all of you had sympathy for him because he belonged to a clan. Though I won't blame you, it's the older generation, the kids learned seeing them. The adults ignored me and told their kids to ignore me also. Did your parents ever tell you why you should be wary of me? Asked Naruto. Ino stayed silent, which was obviously give her clear answer. Words are stronger than weapons, Ino. A weapon can kill in an instant, be a word will make you regret everything. I said that on my first day in Team 10. I must have said many things which I shouldn't say. Please forget everything, said Naruto. I need some air. Then he leaves the room. Why did you say that, Ino? Asked Shikamaru in an annoyed and angry tone. But Ino could form words. Shikamaru sighed. Well, the damage is already done. Should we check on Naruto? Asked Choji. No need, he needs his personal space now, said Asuma. We had people around us to rely on, unlike him when he needed, so going for him now will just make him angry because he thinks you're showing just sympathy, which is somehow correct. Naruto know how to overcome every situation. He will find a way. When he needs us, we will help, said Choji. Yeah, you said my troublesome line, said Shikamaru with a lazy drawl. The dinner table in Tezuna's house . The whole village was celebrating after being freed from Gato, but there was a little bit of tension at the dinner table. Tezuna and Tsunami was eyeing worriedly at Ino, who was stiffened a bit, and Naruto, who was calm. Haku was looking between them worriedly and was debating whether or not to open his mouth or not. Haku, do you have something in your mind which you want to say? Shikamaru tried to lighten the situation and knew only if Haku answered Naruto then he might be lightening up. Yeah, but Haku was cut off by Naruto. Did you make your decision? Asked Naruto. Yeah, I want to go with you, but also I want to carry Zabuza-sama's dream to free Kiri, said Haku. Since we finished our dinner, how about we go for a walk to talk? Asked Naruto. Sure. Haku smiled before eyeing at Ino, who stopped squirming at her place. Some minutes later at the woods . Haku, how much are you feeling? Asked Naruto. Enough to run to Kiri without stopping, answered Haku. Oh nice, do you know if someone is leading the rebels opposing the Mizukage? Asked Naruto. Yes, her name in Mei Terumi. Zabuza-sama always went to her when we got a good amount of money, said Haku. Okay. Naruto created 2 shadow clones and one of them hinged into Haku. We are going to Kiri to meet Mei Terumi. Haku's eyes widened. Naruto, you can't be serious. He looked at Naruto and sighed. Of course you were serious. Since Zabuza-sama asked you to see me, I'll do whatever you want. Naruto sighed. Haku, you're a person, so think for yourself. People will try to take advantage of you if you always do that. I didn't think by myself for a long time. I guess it will take time, said Haku. So when are we leaving? Now lead the way, said Naruto. Asuma sees Naruto and Haku enter the house. Naruto, Haku, is everything okay? Yeah, he decided that he will come with us to Konoha. I can manage the old man, said Naruto. Troublesome Naruto saying like the Hokage is his own grandfather, and he will listen without any question, said Shikamaru. Well, he can consider it. Konoha likes Kekkei Genkai. If not the Hokage, then the counselors will, said Naruto. Where did you learn it? Asked Shikamaru. Seeing Sasuke, the way the civilian council kissed Sasuke's arrogant ass, I don't need a book to learn it, said Naruto. No one suspected the clone Naruto and Haku, so the night went without any problems at Wave Country. Meanwhile, the real Naruto and Haku already reached the Borders PF rebels camp at the outskirts of Kirigakure's mainland by the next day. Hold it, don't move. Address yourself, said a man. Naruto looked at the blue-haired man with an eye patch, knowing what was underneath that patch. Ayo. It's Haku, answered Haku. I recognized you, Haku. Where is Zabuza and what are you doing with the Konoha ninja? Asked Ayo. He is Naruto Uzumaki and his group defeated me and Zabuza-sama at Wave Country. Then Haku's features changed to sadness. Zabuza-sama died 2 days ago in Asuma Sarutobi's hands. I'm here to talk with Mei-san about something and Naruto is also here to meet her. Io narrowed his eye at Naruto and activated his Byakugan to look at Naruto. I know your chakra. It feels like a person who died many years ago. Your presence is also like him. I may not know what you were talking about though. I want to Mei-san. I ditched my team with Haku to meet her, said Naruto. We will have your eyes and chakra closed to go to her. Ao. Seeing Naruto nod, he proceeds to bind Naruto. Naruto felt he was carried by a rebel shinobi, and they placed him at a floor what he guessed it's Mei's office. My, what does a fine young man want from me? Asked Mei. As Naruto's binds were taken from him, he first blushed to see Mei. Show some decency and respect, boy, Ao said. It's a kind of respect towards her beauty, said Naruto. Ao, shut up or I'll kill you, snapped Mei. I forgot that Naruto is still a young boy and reacted to her, said Minato. Anyways, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, genin of Konohagakure. Haku is no shinobi by Kiri's list, so I offered him to join me in Konoha and he accepted it. Also, he wanted to help to free his homeland in the memory of Zabuza, said Naruto. I see, young man. How sweet of you to help Haku-kun help, but it's enough to sweat me. A trail of lava came out from the side of Mei's mouth as she smirked. What's your real plan? Naruto blush deepened for a moment, knowing what Mei indicated by sweating. I want you to make a friendly alliance between Konoha and yourself. After you win the war, Konoha and Kiri will be good friends. Konoha may not gain something now, but the Sandaime Hokage strictly believe in peace and untied all the shinobi continent. It's something your Shodai Hokage said, but he failed to achieve it. What makes you think that the Sandaime Hokage and us will achieve it? Asked Mei. Maybe we can't, but what makes you think our future also can't? Asked Naruto. Sticking on the past will not help you, so what past couldn't, the present can try, said Naruto. We just met for minutes, and I'm interested in you, said Mei seductively. Naruto smirked. When we are finished, you'll sweat, then you'll want more. Mei giggled, seeing Naruto trying to give the flirts back to her, much to Ao's annoyance. Your name doesn't suit your character though. I mean fishcake, and with that small height of yours. What can I say? My godfather came up with that name when eating ramen. Well, I guess only Jiraiya can think of a name like that, said Naruto, not realizing that everyone was shocked when he said Jiraiya was his grandfather. Jiraiya? Jiraiya of the Sannin? Questioned Mei, who was shocked. He's your godfather. Ops. Slip of tongue. I shouldn't have said that. Forget it. Everyone deadpanned at Naruto like he was crazy. And I'll not comment about my height. You can guess it. Oh my, am I that bad that I have to guess it but can't? Have it? Asked Mei. Maybe not. Naruto laughed. Anyways, what do you think about my proportion? I'll think about it, and Hakukuin, you should go to Konoha and live a life you want. You have lost your family for a second time, so I don't want to burden you anymore, said Mei. Thank you, Mei-san. What about Kubikirabocho? Asked Haku. You can have it. I know Zabuza would like you to become his successor, said Mei. Thank you again, said Haku. I guess you can't stay long, said Mei with a sad face. Yeah, I have ditched my team by leaving clones. We'll be in trouble if they find us, said Naruto. You sure have some balls to come here without thinking twice for Hakukuin, said Mei. Yeah, they are still untouched, so I am a bit energetic, said Naruto. You should be more careful or I shall melt them, said Mei with a smile that did not match her statement. No thank you, said Naruto, a little scared. Please excuse us, we have to return. 2 weeks later at Wave Country =====. Thank you everyone. Without your help I could never build this bridge, said Tazuna. It was our job to protect you, Tazuna-san. Now Wave Country can be for business with the mainland, said Asuma. Yeah, also thank you Naruto, you were the first person who wanted to come further, said Tazuna. Don't thank me, I was doing what was right and for our benefit too, said Naruto. Well, the troublesome mission ended. I can go home and probably sleep for a month, said Shikamaru. Come on Shikamaru, we completed our first A-ranked mission before the other rookies, said Choji. And we could have been dead Choji if something wrong happened, said Ino. Well, nothing happened in the end, so let's go back home, said Naruto. Our mission has ended, let's go, said Asuma. A day later at Konoha Gates ====. At least we're home, said Ino. Izumo, Kotetsu stopped sleeping during work time, said Naruto. What the? Oh, Naruto is back. said Kotetsu. Yeah, of course it's him, or who could be this loud, said Izumo. That pink-haired genin, said Kotetsu. Oh yes, my eardrums blasted when she opened her mouth, said Izumo. Naruto deadpanned at Ino, who blushed in embarrassment. Well, we have a guest, said Naruto. I'm Haku, no last name, said Haku. That's the executioner blade, Kubikirabocho. I thought Momochi Zabuza is its current wielder, said Kotetsu. He died battling against Asuma-sensei, and Haku was his apprentice, though Haku neither have any citizenship of Kiri nor he is in Kiri's enlisted shinobi roster. So he is technically a civilian, explained Naruto. I get it. Naruto wanted you to come with at Konoha so he can give Hokage-sama more trouble with paperwork and the council, said Kotetsu. The whole team and Haku laughed. Naruto spoke. He will probably go into cardiac arrest because of me someday. Naruto, please go easy on my old man. He is in his 70s, said Asuma. Aren't I great? I'm the only one who can give shock to an old man who survived through 3 wars and one of the most intelligent and experienced man? Asked Naruto. Blondes are more troublesome than my mom, and here I'm struck with 2 of them, said Shikamaru. Oh, there is another troublesome blonde that is lurking in Konoha, said Izumo. Another troublesome blonde? Nah, Ino's dad won't be troublesome. I get it, it's Tsunade, isn't it? Asked Naruto. Yes. She returned 2 days after you went on your mission, said Izumo. Probably to check Kushina. It means Kushina may be awake by now. Though I'm feeling something must be wrong, said Minato. Probably the Uchiha did something, said the fox. You're starting to sound like Naidame, like Sandame-sama told me once. If something happened, then it's the Uchiha, said Minato. Am I wrong, Yondaime? Questioned the Bijou. Madara left the village and controlled me to fight Hashirama. Again, Madara appeared and controlled me to destroy your village. Then it was the whole Uchiha clan tried to start a war. Then Uchiha Itachi finished what I wanted to do. You and Tobirama could be great friends, said Minato jokingly. HMMP, grunted the kitsune. Well, let's go to report to the Hokage so we can be free, said Naruto. Shikamaru spoke. I agree. Naruto grabbed Shikamaru and Haku and teleported away towards the Hokage's office, followed by Asuma, who shined with the other 2. Damn, Naruto, don't do that. Sorry. Naruto goes inside. Yo, Team 10 is back from Dash. He stopped to see the sunken moods of the Hokage and the other 2 Sannin. Naruto, you're back. Where is your team? Asked the Sandame. Why do I have the sudden urge to kill some people? Asked Naruto angrily. Hiruzen was stopped when Asuma entered with rest of the team. Team 10 is returning from their C-ranked mission, which became an A-ranked mission later, said Asuma. What happened? Asked the older Sarutobi. We encountered Momochi Zabuza, said the young Sarutobi. 10 minutes later, after Asuma had told everything that happened in Wave Country. I see. Since Hakukuin wasn't a ninja by rank, we can graduate him, though he has to go through the interrogation department first, said Hiruzen. I have no problem, Hokage-sama, said Haku. Good. If we find no ill intentions from you, then you are accepted. NBU, please take Hakukuin to Ibiki, said Hiruzen. Then 2 NBU came and took Haku in a moment. Is there anything else to say? No, answered Asuma simply. Very well, Team 10 will get the payment of an A-ranked missions payment. You're dismissed except Naruto. I have something to tell you about your and Team 7's future, said Hiruzen. Naruto nodded silently to the Hokage and saw the team leave. So did my mom wake up? I'm sure someone with Lady Tsunade's caliber at medical ninjutsu, she should be awake by now. She woke up 2.5 weeks ago and she is completely fine now, said Hiruzen. Naruto got a hint of sadness and anger in Sarutobi's voice. She is fine? ID it because of Shodai-sama's DNA? Senju and Uzumaki are distant relatives, so did my mom's body appreciated Shodai-sama's cells. Yeah, about that, Kushina's body accepted them too much that now she can use Mokuton, said Hiruzen. Well, I never thought that could actually happen, said Naruto. Hey brat, you disrespected me for not acknowledging my presence, said Jiraiya. Aren't you 12 years a bit late, godfather? Questioned Naruto. Jiraiya was shocked silent before speaking. Who told you that? Someone inside of me, answered Naruto. Is there something I should know? Yeah. Then Hiruzen was silent. Sasuke did something? Asked Naruto. Yes, answered Hiruzen simply. Okay, tell me, said Naruto. It happened a week ago, said the Sandaime. Flashback. A week ago at Konoha Hospital . Sasuke walked up to the hospital casually. Where's the room of Uzumaki Kushina? Sasuke continued to blackmail the civilian council to remove his house arrest. And, in the end, he succeeded. He used the value of his Sharingan to get what he wanted, and without Naruto in the village, Sasuke could manipulate the council without much problem. Though he got away from his home arrest, what he didn't know is that the Hokage placed an ANBU after him like his shadow. Uchiha-sama, said the receptionist. Tell me, where is Uzumaki Kushina admitted? Demanded Sasuke. I'm sorry, Uchiha-sama, but I'm ordered not to speak about her, answered the receptionist. If I tell the council that you defied me, you will lose your job, threatened Sasuke. Please, Uchiha-sama, I'm strictly ordered, pleaded the receptionist. If you tell, I'll not open my mouth, but if you don't, then you will lose your job, threatened Sasuke. Receptionist thinks for a moment. Kushina Uzumaki is admitted at the last room on the left on the second floor. Sasuke left without saying anything, and upon reaching the targeted room, he saw two ANBU guarding the door. Give me space. I will enter. The two ANBU looked at each other, and with a nod they sidestepped. Sasuke smirked and went to push the door to enter. The moment Sasuke grabbed the handle, he was zapped by a good amount of electricity. Arg! What did you do to the door? Yelled Sasuke in pain. Hokage-sama said a code, and those who have the code can only pass the security, one of the ANBU said. Tell me the code, demanded Sasuke. We don't know the code, said the other ANBU. Then why are you two standing here? Couldn't you just hear the code? Asked Sasuke. We're here to alert whoever will try with much power will be zapped harder, said the first ANBU. Then why didn't you tell me that? Asked Sasuke with a hint of anger. We were ordered not to tell before the first try, said the second ANBU. Tsh. Sasuke opened a window and jumped out through the window. Sasuke went outside of the room to there was a window on Kushina's room. He first tried to open it normally, but it didn't budge. They locked it from the inside. No matter, I will just break it. As he punched the window, he got zapped again. Before he could hit the ground, someone caught him, though he was still in shock. 10 minutes later. Sasuke groaned as he recovered from the thunder shock. What the heck was that? The windows are also coded, said an ANBU. Sasuke saw the previous ANBU standing at a distance. Why didn't you tell me? I was ordered not to at someone's first attempt, said the other ANBU. Sasuke grunted in annoyance. I'll do something about that today. The first ANBU sees Sasuke leave. Though I wasn't ordered, it was good to see idiot people. Later that evening at Konoha Council Room, where the civilian council is present with the shinobi council and the elders. Hiruzen entered the room, an annoyed face upon seeing Sasuke with a snug look. Good evening, everyone. Why am I called in for a meeting? Something happened that I need to know. Hokage-sama, Uchiha-sama has a request, a civilian councilman said. Did Naruto or Kakashi steal something from him again? Asked Shikaku. What was that? Asked Hayashi. Oh, nothing, it was a D-rank jutsu and a Beto Uchiha Sharingan, said Shikaku. Oh, it's nothing to be bothered then? Asked Hayashi. No, everything was settled, said Shikaku. I heard that Sasuke Uchiha was arrested for attempted to murder case against Uzumaki Naruto? Asked Sum. HMMP, that dope wanted to defame the name of the Uchiha clan because he is clanless and jealous of me, said Sasuke. Well, Sasuke Uchiha was proven guilty though. His ninja ID is revoked, and if he is caught using any ninja equipment or ninjutsu, then he will be arrested and sent at the Leaf Maximum Security Prison, said Hiruzen. You can't do that. I'm the last Uchiha, said Sasuke. Oh, I can. There is another Uchiha, said Hiruzen. What? There is another Uchiha? Who is he? Tell me, Hokage, ordered Sasuke. It's Hokage-sama Uchiha, Hayashi strictly told. HMMP. Tell me who is the Uchiha, said Sasuke. Why, it's Uchiha Itachi, he is still alive, said Hiruzen. What? Itachi is a traitor of the Uchiha clan, yelled Sasuke. What you're doing is also traitorous act towards the village, said Choza. Excuse me for my intrusion, but since Uchiha-sama's shinobi ID is revoked temporarily so for that he is a civilian, another councilwoman spoke. So the shinobi council can't pull an act against him. I think you said that some days ago. Sure, but what is my title? Asked Hiruzen. The Hokage, said the councilwoman. And what it means? Asked Hiruzen. The leaser if the village. She had a sweat dropped rolling down knowing where it will go. Exactly, I have authority over every people in Konoha. Now forget the things from past and tell the reason for the meeting, said Hiruzen. Hokage-sama, it's Uchiha-sama who came to us earlier and expressed his feelings on repopulating the Uchiha clan, said another counselor. So Uchiha Sasuke wants to be put in clan restoration program. I agree with that, said Danzo. That's acceptable. Someone told me to consider taking Sasuke out shinobi program completely and put his into the program, said Shikaku. If this happened then I won't be able to kill Itachi anymore. Heh, it doesn't matter now, thought Sasuke. I will just tell the council to give me back my shinobi status or I'll leave. I agree with Shikaku-sama. We may lose the last Uchiha if we send him outside of the village. Enemies will try to kill him or capture him, said Mabuki, then thought, would it I can save my daughter from him? Why can't my daughter choose a good boy like Naruto-kun or Shikamaru-kun? Then sighed. Okay, though I would like to say if we take out Sasuke from shinobi program, then Uchiha clan will lose their position on the council, said Hiruzen. You can't do that. I'm the Uchiha clan leader, said Sasuke. You are not, you need to be a jonin at least to be a clan leader or the previous leader have to make you an heir officially. Since Fugaku neither made you heir not you're a jonin then if your spouse is a jonin or has an adequate authority then she will be the clan leader, explained Hiruzen. Sasuke growled in anger but stopped himself when many eyes narrowed at him. Okay, I agree. He agreed he's planning something which will cause a big problem, thought Hiruzen, who then spoke. Very well, if you agree, then do you have any women in your mind? Or should we choose? Also, there are other clan heads who have daughters or other female clan members. I pass. I need someone worthy for my daughters which he isn't, said Hayashi. Same goes for me, said Inoichi. He isn't much appealing. He isn't looking like he can please any of my clan members, said Sum. Sasuke got angrier to hear every clan head rejecting him. An elite Uchiha, HMMP. No one will eventually ask them out, when people will learn they rejected an elite of the elite Uchiha. The whole council room except the civilian council frowned but decided not to say against it. I don't care about whoever you want but whom I want. I want Uzumaki Kushina and Haruno Sakura, said Sasuke. The whole council room was silent for a moment until Mabuki spoke first. I refuse, said Mabuki. You have no authority to refuse, said Sasuke. As Sakura's parent and guardian, I have full authority over her, Mabuki shot back. Uzumaki Kushina? I can't remember someone with that name. Shikaku got some nods of agreement. Uzumaki? Is the woman related to the demon? The moment the councilman said that he was taken by 2ANBU. Maka sure he is dead? Tori, bird, and Tora, tiger, said Hiruzen. Hokage-sama, is he going to be executed? Another councilwoman said disbelieving. I have made a rule and someone just broke it in front of me, and breaking the rule will give you an execution, no matter who you are, said Hiruzen. Someone from council, someone is the last of his clan or even it's an elder of the village. The whole room was silent for a moment until Sasuke gave an annoyed grunt. I don't care about what you say secret or not, but I want Uzumaki Kushina to carry my seed. Can you clarify us who is this Uzumaki Kushina? Asked Shibi. What I heard was she fought against the QB 12 years ago and she supposedly died, said Sasuke. Hiruzen was silent, but inside he was panicking. What did he just say? Of all the people the Jinchuriki and the Uchiha found her in the lab and Sarutobi didn't tell a fly about it, thought Danzo. The only Uzumaki Kushina I knew was the red-hot-blooded habanero, but she died 12 years ago, and we buried her, said Koharu. Hiruzen looked at Shikaku who sighed knowing it's now inevitable. The hot-blooded habanero is still alive. It seems Orochimaru kidnapped her, and whoever we buried was a fake. Some minutes went to explain the situation to the other, which made everyone's eyes widen. That troublesome woman is still alive and probably eat us alive, muttered Shikamaru. The Danzo spoke with a smirk. Since they are the last of their clans, they should breed to expand both Uchiha and Uzumaki clans. I agree with Danzo, said Hamura. I also agree, said Koharu. From the behalf of all other clan heads, we will not participate in this kind of activity, said Shikaku. I decline, said Mabuki. What are you saying, Haruno-san? Don't you want Uchiha-sama to repopulate his clan to its former glory? Asked a civilian council member. Kushina is my friend from our childhood. She was also Minato-sama's lover back then, said Mabuki. So what woman? The yondaime died. Who cares about dead people? She is what I want, and I will have her, said Sasuke greedily. Uchiha Sasuke is right in a way. It's a golden opportunity to revive the Uzumaki clan also, said Danzo. Hokage-sama, since this woman is supposed to be dead, then we should use her to repopulate the Uchiha clan secretly. You can't say no, Hokage-sama. Uchiha-sama is a civilian now, so we have the authority over this, said a civilian council member. I have no option now. As a Hokage, I can't refuse it. What should I do? Thought Hiruzen. Sasuke looked at the silent-face-aged Hokage. He smirked. What are you thinking now? It's nothing to think about. Very well, as the Hokage I can't refuse it, though she is still in coma, so until she regains her consciousness and strength, she will be in the hospital, said Hiruzen. She doesn't need strength to breed. Take me to her, said Sasuke. It's an order from the leader of the village, the Hokage. If a clan or a person possess a threat to my village, then I would rather end them no matter how important they are, said Hiruzen with killer intent. Sasuke stiffened at the immense killer intent and nodded slowly. So, this is the reason Tsunade returned? Asked Danzo. Tsunade-sama returned to Konoha? Asked Sum. Yes, I asked Tsunade to return to check Kushina, but she isn't responding to Tsunade either, said Hiruzen. Tsunade said she needs someone close to her to respond. Now I am close to her, so take me there, said Sasuke. For the last time, Uchiha Sasuke, ask my permission to speak, said the Sandaime. The elders and the Shinobi Council, can you say openly what is the value of Sasuke in Konoha? To repopulate the Uchiha clan. No more, said Koharu. As the last of your clan, your only purpose is to repopulate your clan without anything. You were never meant to be a shinobi, said Shikaku. WHAAT, yelled Sasuke. Don't shout. It's the truth, said the Hokage. Anbu, take Uchiha Sasuke out of this room. Hokage office present time . I see. Before Naruto could do anything, the two Sannin and the Hokage grabbed him. I hate two things. First is the traitor and last those who harm my family. Naruto, calm down because sensei isn't finished, said Jiraiya. Better be a good reason to stop me because Sasuke has hit the nerve, said Naruto. Naruto, I know how Sasuke took advantage of this situation, so I want you to take the advantage, said Hiruzen. Weasel. At Hiruzen's commanded, an ANBU appeared in front of them. Take off your mask. Naruto's eyes widened as the ANBU took off the mask and saw a woman in her 30s and looked like Sasuke. Uchiha Mikoto. I see you know me, Naruto-kun, said Mikoto. Itachi killed you, then how are you alive? Or he faked your death? Questioned Naruto. Sorry, I can't give you the answer. How am I alive? Mikoto, with an apologetic look that you would see a mother give her child when she could give the child something they wanted. Naruto looked at the aged Hokage. I won't do what you plan. At the Hokage's office . I know what you are thinking, and I'll never do that, said Naruto with a glare. I'm sorry, Naruto-kun, because of my son's arrogance this is happening, said Mikoto. Do you know what sensei was going to say? Asked Jiraiya. To do what Sasuke did to my mother. No, I'm okay. Anyways, give Sasuke back his shinobi status. I want his and Sakura on Team 7 to enter the Chunin exams, said Naruto. And someone will die during the Chunin exams. And who is it? Asked Hiruzen. Shimura Danzo. He is just a jealous old man like Sasuke, said Naruto. Yeah, that's a simple way to describe Danzo, but who is going to kill him? You? Asked Hiruzen. The same person who was ordered to kill his own clan? Uchiha Itachi, said Naruto. What do you know about a mercenary group called the Akatsuki? You met Itachi? What do you mean by ordered to kill his clan? Hiruzen didn't show any external emotion, but he was panicking. Don't play dumb now. Itachi told me a darkest secret of Konoha, said Naruto. Naruto, you know it's not that we don't trust you, but your actions aren't looking safe, said the Sandaime. I agree with the old man Naruto, your actions are suspicious looking, said the Toad Sannin. It's not that I blame any of you, but someone said he is disappointed because he thought Did could do more. Especially from Jiraiya and Kakashi, though I think you were all bound by duties, said Naruto. Jiraiya looked at the other people giving a look knowing whom Naruto is talking about. Anyways, I'm going to go see Mom. See ya and make sure to resurface Team 7. As he said that he teleported straight to the hospital. As soon as Naruto appeared in Kushina's room, he found himself bound by vines. Wait, I'm not the enemy? Naruto panicked knowing what happened to Jiraiya when he tried to break in by the window. Naruto! Kushina jumped from her bed to hug her son. You're really my son? My son? My baby boy! Kushina shouted with tears flowing down from her eyes. Let's go home, Mom. Naruto teleported to his old house. How are you now, Mom? Kushina canceled her jutsu and kissed on Naruto's face many times. Because of you I'm now fine. Look, I missed your childhood. I know you probably hate both Minato and me because of that. I never hate you or Dad. Because of your sacrifices I have become the person you two wanted, though maybe others don't appreciate it, but who cares about others, said Naruto. I want you to hear everything about your life. What did I miss? Everything, said Kushina. Naruto chuckled. I would not love to tell you that because if I do then you will sure kill half of Konoha. Why? I know as a Jinchuriki your life would be hard, but where was Jiraiya and Kakashi? Asked Kushina. Though I didn't see Kakashi in the time, I feel about Makoto after what happened to her clan, but Jiraiya. I saw him some moments ago at Hokage office, said Naruto. I noted that, so you live in our house, that's good, said Kushina. At least people won't despise you because you're Minato's son after all, then you're saving Konoha by caging Kyuubi. Naruto remained silent for some moments. Kushina was getting the idea what she imagined and desired isn't true. She made a mental note to have a chat with the Hokage. I guess you don't want to share some memories. I was never told who my parents were, and I don't live here. If you want to see my apartment, then I can take you there, said Naruto. I don't want to ask this, but how did you learn then? Asked Kushina. That's a secret. I told Gamabunta and no other, said Naruto. You have the Toad summoning contract? Asked Kushina. Mom, do you know how Dad sealed half of the Kyuubi inside him? Questioned Naruto. Yeah, it was the Shikifujin. It will take the caster's soul for summoning Shinigami, said Kushina. Yeah, but Dad made a mistake when he used the jutsu, said Naruto. He put a soul inside me, and we both share the same consciousness in my body. Kushina was silent for a moment before speaking. Whose? His own soul, Naruto said simply. I'm Uzumaki Naruto, son of the Yondaime Hokage, Namake's Minato, and in my previous life I was Namake's Minato himself. What? Kushina said stunned. I'm both Minato and Naruto, said Naruto. Kushina was silent. Naruto grabbed Kushina to transport her into his mindscape. Hello, Kushina, said Minato. Minato, yelled Kushina. I'm sorry for not doing better for our family, said Minato. Don't say that, Minato. Look, even after your body died, your soul is protecting our son, said Kushina. I guess you're right. Minato chuckled but suddenly felt pain in his guts from a strong punch. That's for not doing best for Naruto. Kushina then hugged Minato's soul. This is for taking care of him, and your pervert sensei will get this also. I hope he gets it or I'll be disappointed, said Minato. Your student too, said Kushina. I won't stop you, said Minato. Kushina saw Minato's saddened look. Even if he is smiling, you're upset, aren't you? Yes, as Naruto's father I'm upset on them. I saw his memories and happiness is almost non-existent in them. It's not best, but at least I wanted average attention to him or others, not to despise him like he is the Kyuubi himself, said Minato. I am also upset on the Hokage that he didn't do much on that, but Danzo is behind it all. Kushina chuckled. I had never seen you talking selfishly, Minato. It's not like the Hokage I knew. Because I'm not just a father, a selfish father if you call me, said Minato. Now my son comes first before Konoha for me. If you told me you would do more for Konoha before our son, then I would take your soul out of Naruto's body first. Kushina's smiling face disappeared with a panicking on and she freaked out. Wait. If the body is Naruto's and the soul is yours, then who are you actually? Minato or Naruto? It's a tricky answer, Kushina. I was known as Minato before, but now I'm known as Naruto. For now, I'm Naruto and Naruto are me, but then we are neither of us but a person, said Minato. Me and Naruto working together. Sometimes I acted like myself, also sometimes Naruto expressed his feelings like when we found you. What do you think, Kushina, about it? Who am I? I don't know how to see it, but you're my son now more than my husband in your previous life, said Kushina. Guess you're right. Naruto is both my core and surface, so I'm Naruto, Minato said. They left the mindscape, ignoring the look from the Kyuubi behind the bars. When both Minato left Naruto's mindscape, Kyuubi moved his paws to reveal a blonde with 3 whisker marks on his face wearing an orange jumpsuit. You see, Kurama, my mom and dad actually loves me. Naruto sounded excited. Then Kurama's body glowed red, and the red energy gathered into a shape of a human female with long orange-red hair with black eye and 2 fox ears with a face that resembled Tomito Uzumaki. The blonde immediately blushed to see the human female naked in front of him. Of course, Naruto, they are your parents after all, said Kurama. Why don't you wear anything, Kurama? Asked Naruto as he looked away. Does my fox body have cloths? Asked Kurama. No, said Naruto. You said that you weren't uncomfortable, so why does it bother you every time? Asked Kurama. Well, sorry, said Naruto. It's okay, Naruto. Kurama grabbed Naruto's hands and wrapped them around her waist. Come on, let's spend the time together until Minato comes looking for me. Yeah, but today you have to tell me why you are nice to me. If you think you can take over my body with this, then forget it because Dad is here, said Naruto. Silly boy, if I wanted to take over your body, then I could have done that when you stepped into my cell. But I think I can tell you why I'm like this to you, not others, said Kurama. Yes, tell me, said Naruto. Kurama went in front of Naruto and crouched down to his face level, then licked the left side of his neck, causing Naruto to groan a little. What are you doing? Questioned Naruto, before he groaned again as Kurama licked the same spot again. You have the same blonde hair and the mischievous blue eyes which the sage prophesied many thousand years ago, said Kurama. You're the one who will free my sisters and me, and that's why you're not like other humans. You have sisters? Asked Naruto. Yeah, 8 sisters, they are also waiting for a long time, said Kurama. Okay, I'll free sisters, believe it, Kurama. Naruto grinned. I know you will, said Kurama. Back to Naruto and Kushina in their house. So, it's the tale of me till now, said Naruto. I'm gonna smash some heads. What about your friends? Asked Kushina. I know Makoto's son, Sasuke, is your friend. When I woke up in Naruto's body, then I saw me, Sasuke and Sakura are Team 7 lead by Kakashi, said Naruto. Like you wanted, Naruto is like Obito, but then I thought Sakura and Sasuke were like Rin and Kakashi, but I was wrong. Rin was a true kunoichi unlike Sakura. I don't know what makes her hate me, and I won't talk about Sasuke. Looks like things are messier than it looks, said Kushina. Anyways, let's forget about others. How about I make you some lunch? Asked Naruto. Sure. I want to taste. My son's cooking. Kushina grinned. By the way, Naruto, she smirked. Do you have a girlfriend yet? Believe me, Naruto is clueless at that, laughed Naruto. Some hours later. What do you mean Kushina isn't in her room? Questioned Hiruzen. She isn't found anywhere. I have searched every corner of the village, and I couldn't find her, also her son. Though there is a place where they can be, said Tsunade. Hiruzen thought for a moment. Minato's home. Tsunade nodded and proceeded to say something but heard a knock at the door. After getting permission to enter the Hokage, and the Sannin found it was the blonde whom they were trying to find. Where were you, Naruto? Tsunade asked. I took Mom at our home, and we were sharing stories, and I forgot the time to give a piece of my mind to Sasuke, said Naruto. Naruto, I think you lied about some things to us about yourself, said Hiruzen. Oh, do you see me as a threat? Asked Naruto. I thought for once since Konoha's behavior towards you, said Hiruzen. I don't care whoever thinks whatever towards me. Mom wanted to smash some heads and my godfather and sensei is at top on her list, said Naruto. I think she put me in the second number? Hiruzen is getting a nod from the nervously laughed. Anyways, what can I do for you? Nothing. I just came to show you that we didn't abandon the village. So see you later, said Naruto. I have a bad feeling about it, said Tsunade. Hiruzen spoke. The feeling is mutual. Some moment later at the Uchiha compound equals. Sasuke sat quietly on the lawn of his house. Just wait and wait. How long will they make me wait? Who is making you wait? Asked a voice. Sasuke got startled at the sudden voice, then looked up at a tree branch and saw a figure standing in front of the moon. Dobe, a no one like you has no place in the elite compound. Your loss, I met Itachi on my last mission. And I understood why he let you live on a whim, said Naruto. Grr, what did you say, Dobe? Said Sasuke. I fought with Itachi and he acknowledged me as his worth. You're weak, Sasuke, said Naruto. I'll kill you, Dobe. I'm weak, yelled Sasuke. You're weak, Sasuke. Weaker than me. I only need a single moment to defeat you, yelled Naruto. Dobe. With some hand seals, Sasuke shot the fireball jutsu towards Naruto. Naruto teleported to Sasuke's back and pointed a kunai at Sasuke's throat. You're weak. You can never be stronger. I don't want a weak Uchiha as my rival. You're not worth it. You bastard. Sasuke spins back to punch Naruto but only hits the air. You're weak. You can't even hit me, said Naruto. Sasuke throws a kick at Naruto's face only to hit air again. You're slow. No wonder you can't dodge the punch I'll throw at your gut, said Naruto. Sasuke ignored Naruto's warning and hit by a punch in his gut. No wonder the Uchiha clan was so weak that they were dead in a single night, laughed Naruto. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. Sasuke failed around Naruto trying to hit him. I'm the strongest. I'm the Uchiha. And no one can defeat me. And no one can defeat the Uchiha. Naruto dodged Sasuke's every single attack. Oh, is that right? Madara Uchiha lost against the Shodai Hokage 3 times even though he had control over the Kyuubi. The Yondaime defeated the Kyuubi alone 12 years ago. Your clan ran away from it. Naruto laughed. They were weak, I am not, said Sasuke. Oh, you said by yourself now that your clan was weak, said Naruto. Sasuke's anger went to the highest point and looked at Naruto with pure hatred. Then his eyes became red with a single tomo at each eye. The Naruto continued to taunt. Oh, look, you awakened your Sharingan. Sasuke smirked. Now I'll show you the power of an Uchiha. His vision cleared as he could see Naruto's reactions in time, but his body wasn't strong or fast enough to react with his eyes. Heh, Itachi had mastered the Sharingan at your age, said Naruto. Why don't you die? Sasuke flashed his Sharingan to Naruto. What genjutsu? I'm immune to them. I have 3 types of chakra in my body, so they always disrupt my system. You still couldn't hit even after you got the Sharingan. Naruto punched Sasuke hard as he hit the hard rocky wall, which also got cracked. Sasuke coughed blood. Why? Why? Because you're weak? Naruto appeared in front of Sasuke and grabbed his wrists. Sasuke chuckled darkly. I know how to get revenge for today's humiliation. Oh, you want to have my mother with these hands, aren't you? You don't need them. Naruto used chakra to put pressure in Sasuke's bones and broke them. Arrgh. My hands. Sasuke screamed in pain with 2 broken wrists. I'll take your eyes also. You don't need the Sharingan, since you're only going to breed to repopulate your clan. Naruto placed a kunai in front of his eyes. No, not my eyes, not my Sharingan. I'll kill you, yelled Sasuke. That's enough, Naruto, said a voice. Naruto sighed. Okay. Sasuke opened his eyes at the new feminine voice and recognized the female ANBU guarding Kushina's room. You're the ANBU guarding Kushina's room. The ANBU ignored Sasuke. Naruto, go home. Your mother is waiting for you. I guess okay, handle Sasuke, said Naruto. Sasuke used the ignorance and tried to jump towards Naruto for an attack. I asked you stop. The ANBU glared at Sasuke with 2 red eyes were glowing at night. Sharingan, you have the Sharingan. You stole them. Give me it back. Sasuke tried to jump towards the ANBU but had fallen asleep. What am I going to do with you, Sasuke? Said Mikoto. Was his father an idiot like him? Asked Naruto. No, Fugaku never said something what he couldn't do, answered Mikoto. See you later. Next time I'll be harsher on him, said Naruto. Later that night Naruto high-reshined back to his apartment and sensed someone outside of his door. Knowing who it is, he opened the door to see his pink-haired teammate standing there. Hey, Sakura. Before Naruto could say anything, She slapped him as hard as she could. Naruto saw the slap coming from a mile away but didn't stop it, then dragged Sakura in his apartment. Now before smacking me, tell me, what did I do? What didn't you do? You and your whore of a mother. The slut took my Sasuke-kun from me. Sakura was stopped as her cheeks got a red fingerprint courtesy of Naruto. For the last time, stop it, Sakura, said Naruto. You hit me, Baka. Sakura tried to return the hit but shivered at the cold glare and stopped in her tracks. Sasuke also demanded you, but it was your mother who refused to give you up to him, said Naruto. My MOM would never separate me from my love, yelled Sakura. Don't you have any dream except to be laid by Sasuke? Asked Naruto. Sasuke-kun is my dream and my goal, yelled Sakura. Why did you try to be a shinobi? Asked Naruto. You don't need to be a shinobi to carry to get Sasuke's love. Because I wanted to show him, I'm stronger than others. I'm worthy to be his wife. I was the top kunoichi of academy, yelled Sakura. Those things won't matter in real world, Sakura, said Naruto. I am not saying forget about. You have right to love anyone you want, but tell me what you did to win Sasuke's love? I'm beautiful. I'm strong, said Sakura. Give me proof, said Naruto. Sakura stopped for a moment to think about any achievement but found nothing. Naruto sighed. Let's talk about it later, but tell me why you hate me? Asked Naruto. You are a loser, said Sakura. I am one of the 12 ninja guardians, said Naruto. You are the dead last, said Sakura. Because I didn't want to brag about my strengths, said Naruto. You're not cool and are an idiot, said Sakura. You never saw my life to judge me, said Naruto. You don't have parents and that's why you became like this, said Sakura. Okay, you talk too much, said Naruto. You accepted the truth, said Sakura. You think I accepted it, but tell me, like me, Sasuke's parents were also killed, so he also doesn't have parents. Then why is he cooler than me? Asked Naruto. Because he belonged to the great Uchiha clan, said Sakura. I belonged to the Uzumaki, which was on par with both Senju and Uchiha clan. Even Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha said that Uzumaki clan was their equal. My clan wasn't a part of a village, but my clan was a village itself. Its name was Uzushio-gakure. We are distant relatives of the Senju clan, said Naruto. So what? Your clan and village were destroyed, said Sakura. Like Sasuke's, now Sasuke was angry on your mother because she didn't give you to him, like he was angry on me because he thought I was stronger than him. So, what would you do if Sasuke tried to kill your mother because she did not give him what he wanted? Stated Naruto. Sasuke-kun would never do that. It was better if you didn't exist, Baka, yelled Sakura. Oh. Naruto grabbed a kunai and placed it in front of Sakura. Kill me with it. Though remember, even if you kill me now, the truths will not change. If I kill you, Sasuke-kun will be happy and will forget about your whore mother, said Sakura. If you do, then everyone will think you did it in Sasuke's influence and he will be executed with you. Think about your parents. Don't you care if something happens to them? You're the hope of your parents. How will they live knowing their daughter became a criminal? Questioned Naruto. My mother who gave birth to you. Do you know how much pain a mother feels giving birth? The father who always carried you like a princess and never let you get harmed by anything. What will happen to him if he learns his princess did something what he never wanted? Stop it. You don't have right to talk about my parents. You don't have any, so you don't know, yelled Sakura. I have Sakura. I have a mother, said Naruto. I know my parents love me and they will back me up whatever I'll do, said Sakura. You're wrong to think that, Sakura, said a voice. Sakura looked at the door and saw her mother standing there. Mom, what are you doing here? I will not support you if do anything wrong, and if you choose Uchiha Sasuke, then you are no daughter of mine, and if you try to hurt Naruto or any other of your friends because Sasuke, then also you're not my daughter, said Mabuki. But Mom, I'm your daughter. You and Dad love me, said Sakura. Yes, we love you and that's why he does the best for you even if you don't like it. I don't like criminals. We were taught in the academy about Konoha's will of fire. The will of fire is love, cherish, believe, and protect the village and your comrades. I don't see the will of fire in Uchiha Sasuke. Same as you. I am disappointed that my teachings went wrong. I am really disappointed. Mabuki nodded her negatively with a sigh. I won't stop you, Sakura, but remember you can't call me Mom after you do what you're not taught. And with that she left. Sakura's hands went to her face in shock and tears came down from her eyes. That was unexpected, said Minato. Sakura, said Naruto. Sakura looked at Naruto with teary eyes and ran away. Naruto sighed and disappeared from his apartment and appeared in front of a flower shop. Upon entering at the flower shop, he saw Inoichi Yamanaka and Ino Yamanaka. Welcome, Naruto, do you need something? Asked Ino. I need your help for Sakura, said Naruto. Ino frowned. What did the forehead do now? 5 minutes later. You got it? Asked Naruto. I am not going after her. She stopped seeing me as a rival to her enemy. She was the one who broke our friendship first. I like Sasuke, it's true, but I did it more to give Sakura more confidence, but in return she broke our friendship, said Ino. Then approach her like a fellow Konoha shinobi. We both know Sakura is doing wrong to herself, said Naruto. If not for her, then I think about her parents. Ino sighed. You convinced me, Dad, I should go now. Yes, honey, you can go. Inoichi. Seeing Ino left, he turned to Naruto. I'm glad you came here because I wanted to talk with you a bit. Can we have the talk tomorrow? I have someone to see, said Naruto. You mean the boy you took a Konoha? Asked Inoichi. Yes, said Naruto. I guess then I can wait for tomorrow, said Inoichi. Thank you. Naruto bowed and left. The following night at Konoha Torture and Interrogation Department Naruto entered the building trying to find someone to get to Haku when he saw a scarred man wearing a Konoha headband as a bandana. Hello. Who are you, kid? This is not a place for kids like you, said the man. It's not like I wanted to come here, but I'm searching for someone. His name is Haku, said Naruto. Ah, that boy is Zabuza apprentice, said the man, who Naruto realized was Ibiki. He is cleared, though he has to stay here for tonight because we have some formalities to give him Konoha citizenship and test his ninja rank. Can I meet him now? Asked Naruto. Yes, you can. He is at the 3rd floor, said Ibiki. Thank you. Naruto left towards the 3rd floor running. I'll not waste my energy to tell him not to run. Ibiki left on his own way. Upon reaching the 3rd floor, Naruto saw Haku was eating the food he was given and saw Naruto. Haku waved towards him. I guess everything went well? Asked Naruto. Yeah, they have accepted me, said Haku. I know, anyways you will be a citizen of Konoha from tomorrow. Also, a registered ninja, and you will also have a mother since your brother. My mom will be your mom also, said Naruto. Your mom is alive? Haku said in slight shock. She is. I didn't tell you before because I didn't know if she would survive or not. But now she is healthy, said Naruto. That's good news, Naruto. I'm happy for you. Also for myself. Haku smiled at the last part. I'm glad I made you happy. Do you want me to stay? Or you can stay here by yourself? Asked Naruto. You go, Naruto. You reunited with your mother not long ago. Also from tomorrow you have to share your mother's love with me, said Haku. I'm not that type, Haku. I'll be happy to share my happiness with you, said Naruto. Haku chuckled. I know. Well, since you are insisting, I won't stay. As Naruto turned away, he found a familiar Anbu behind him. What can I do for you? You and Uzumaki Kushina are summoned by Hokage-sama immediately, the Anbu said. Okay. See you later, Haku. Naruto disappeared by Hiration. As Naruto appeared back in his house, Kushina startled for a moment. I have to do something again to stop your flashing in and out, said Kushina. Naruto laughed nervously. So what were you reading? Getting a better use of what Danzo and Orochimaru gave me, said Kushina. Oh, it's a Mokutan Jutsu scroll. Anyways, the old man third wanted to say something, said Naruto. I hope it's what he was trying to hide from me for last 2 weeks, said Kushina. Naruto, knowing if he replies she would become violent if he just grabbed her and flashed in the Hokage office. He reached the Hokage office, he saw the Hokage with the 2 Sanins and 3 elders, so he began to frown. That jutsu, it was Hiration. Where did you learn it? Danzo narrowed his eyes. I'm the heir of this jutsu. Don't you think the legacy of the Flash would have to learn the jutsu? Said Naruto. What is the meaning of this Hiruzen? The Jinchuriki is demanding he is the successor of the Yellow Flash, said Hamura. It's what you heard. He is the son of Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina. Uzumaki Naruto, said the Sandame. You didn't bother to tell the elders? asked Koharu. It was good for Minato not to tell you old hags about his heir, or you would make our son something which we didn't want, said Kushina. Show some respect, Kushina, said Koharu. You old hags are in my shitlist toppers, said Kushina. Since you woke up already, your home will be the Uchiha compound from tomorrow, said Danzo. For what? Kushina looked confused. I guess you haven't been told yet. The last Uchiha is going to be put in the Clan Restoration Act, and he wanted you to help him restore his clan, said Danzo. Kushina's eyes went wide in shock and looked at Naruto, who was barely restraining himself to burst out from anger. Well, it's your bad luck then. I'm not cooperating. I know someone tried to make children for me but failed in the time I was in a coma. Without my permission, it won't happen again. You have to accept it. It's for the good of Konoha. Minato sacrificed his own life for Konoha, said Hamura. My son was also sacrificed that day, and I won't let anyone sacrifice anymore, said Kushina. Naruto picked up his mesh shirt, revealing the seal of the Kyuubi, while his right hand covered with the key seal formula. I have prepared to fight anyone. What? That's the key to Naruto's seal, said Jiraiya. Dad gave you the key. I know what you don't know, he left a spare key, said Naruto. You're doing treason against the village, said Danzo. Oh, I had found many things in that lab. Someone may be in danger if I open my mouth. Then there are many ways to prove my words, said Naruto. Enough, Naruto. Drop that key and I'll tell you that reason I have called you, said the Hokage. Naruto sighed and dropped the key seal, putting his mesh shirt down. Then Hiruzen continued. Uzumaki Kushina, I have arranged a test for now. If you pass the test, then you'll be granted your previous Jonin rank. And also from tomorrow, there will be a new chair added to the Konoha Shinobi Council. Uzumaki clan will join Konoha from tomorrow. Okay, I get it, said Kushina. Also, I have decided who will be my successor for the second time, and the Fire Daimyo accepted that, and I chose Uzumaki Kushina to be my successor, the Godame Hokage, said the Hokage. Hiruzen, this is absurd, said Hamura. Hiruzen, you're hiding figs from the honorable elders, said Danzo. It's just elders, not the Fire Daimyo, said Hiruzen. People will doubt you, said Danzo. Like I doubt you, said the Hokage. I do whatever is good for Konoha, said Danzo. And I just sit on this chair to read children's storybooks, said Hiruzen. There will be an uproar in the village, said Danzo. I'll handle it by myself, said Hiruzen, who then turned to Naruto. Naruto, I have assigned you with a new team. Your any teammate will be Haku, and you will learn your sensei and last teammate later. If so, I have someone who can be put on his team, said Danzo. I'll assign him or her into Kakashi's team because Naruto will leave. I have decided, and that is my final decision, said Hiruzen sternly. If you decided by yourself everything, then why did you call us? Asked Hamura. To tell you my decisions, of course. Anyways, Kushina, do you remember how to go to Training Ground S? Questioned Hiruzen. Yeah, I remember, said Kushina. What I have to do? Asked Kushina. You will learn there, said the Hokage. It took 10 minutes to Kushina get her shinobi gear, and arriving at Training Ground S, she found two women clad in their ANBU uniform with the Sanins and the Hokage. Kushina, you will fight against both the ANBU captain and one of the ANBU commanders. Weasel, the Japanese translation means Itachi, Sue, and Nico, cat, said Hiruzen. So, when are we starting? Asked Kushina. Right now, said the Sandame. All right, Mokutan, Daisoju, would release Great Spear Tree, said Kushina. Both ANBU were flabbergasted for a moment when they heard Mokutan, then saw a giant tree coming out from beneath them. The two ANBU scattered, seeing the roots of the tree were chasing them. Kushina created 3 Mukuzai Bunshin and sent them towards Nico, cat, while she went for Weasel for herself. A sharp piece of wood came out from her palm and attacked with that. It's been a long time since we both were fighting, Kushina said. Indeed, Kushina, but I think you went rusty after sleeping for 12 years. Makoto dodged Kushina's strikes and went in a defensive mode. Well then I have to slow you down, Mokutan. Udo Supakuringu would release. With Spike's ring, said Kushina. Not knowing what will happen, Makoto guarded herself, waiting for the jutsu to appear. She suddenly regretted for waiting to see she was surrounded by a spiky ring, disabling her evasion. Kushina, seeing Makoto lost her speed, she created a Rasengan and went for a direct hit. You learned Rasengan, Makoto closed her eyes for a moment and her Sharingan eyes rotating and changed its shape. Kushina's Rasengan hit, but she saw a purple humanoid skeleton ribcage was protecting Makoto. Now what is it? It's the power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's called Susanoo, said Makoto. Oh, nice armor. 6 golden chains came out from her back and attacked Makoto's defense. Makoto's Susanu's has swords at its both hands, so she deflected Kushina's chains by it. Kushina got the message that Nico, Cat, had defeated her Makuzai Bunshin, so she proceeded to her next jutsu, Mokutan. Chika no Na would release underground roots. Nico was running towards Kushina as suddenly a vine came out from the ground, and she tripped on it. Though rolling for 3 times, Nico managed to regain her balance while many more vines came out to bind her. Futon. Kukidan, wind release, air bullets. Kushina sucked up as much air she could and spitted it like bullets. After the bullets hit the trap vines, destroying it, Nico used a substitution to get out. Katan. Karyuden, fire release, fire dragon bullet. Seeing Makoto had no chance with skeleton Susanoo, she deactivated it and fired the jutsu. Being in the middle of using a jutsu, Kushina was late to dodge the jutsu and her left side got burned by a fire. It's hot. As soon as Kushina got out from the fire, Nico, Cat, attacked her with a sword. You shouldn't let your guard down fighting against 2 enemies, said Nico, Cat, who was Yugao. Though you mastered what I taught you, but you're still 12 years young to match me, said Kushina. Like she told, she evaded every last the blows while dodging storms of shuriken coming from Makoto. To think the Red Death can fight at this pace after sleeping for so many years, said Yugao. Of course she can. She is still a menace, said Makoto. Did you say something which I should hear, Makoto? Everyone got a chill running down through their spine for her very sweet voice. And no, nothing, Kushina, said Makoto. Oh. Kushina jumped back onto a water surface. Take her out from that water immediately, said Makoto. Nico nodded to her and attacked very fast towards Kushina. Your last, Makoto-chan, Suetun. Suiryu has Sha Misairu, water release, water dragon projectile missile, said Kushina. Both A and Bu met with 5 giant water dragons as they quickly launched towards them with high speed. Makoto activated Mangekyo to form a Susanoo ribcage to flesh and skin to defend themselves from the attack. This time Makoto's Susanoo has a shield to protect itself, though at the second hit the shield broke. The last 3 remaining attacks hit dead straight at the middle of its chest and it almost shattered. Makoto was panting heavily with her eyes bleeding slightly from overuse of Mangekyo. You can take the charge from now, I used too much chakra to defend. Yes. Yugao grabbed and breathed calmly to relax her muscles before she could attack. Kushina took out her long katana and water surrounded her, though she lost a good amount being full Uzumaki with Hashirama cells, she could do more. Here I come, you too. Water began to surround her katana like some would if they had wind chakra. Expect a dragon started to swirl it. Kushina charged towards her targets with a constant flow to water slashing everything in her way. This attack. Yugao charged with her sword deflecting Kushina's blows while taking her far from Makoto. Good job, Captain Nico, Cat. Makoto's Susanoo hands raised creating spears in its hand, then she threw it towards Kushina. Kushina stopped her rampaging with her katana, seeing both she and Yugao got some cuts at many places. Spears I see. She breathed calmly, flowing water through her katana. Flow. Kushina danced wildly in front of large chakra-made spears and deflected them, but when she stopped, she was panting heavily. Those things were so heavy, Kushina panted. Thank you for wearing yourself out. Makoto charged with a tanto. Kushina got overpowered by both kenjutsu users attacking simultaneously, not giving her space to attack. Yugao put her sword in the sheath with a small breath. She unleashed her attack. Kushina coughed blood as the attack hit her head-on. We are not done, Ketan. Hosenka no Jutsu, fire release, Phoenix Sage fire technique, said Makoto. Kushina couldn't recover fast enough from the previous attack and small fire balls hit her violently. Did we get her? Asked Yugao between her pants. Kushina still has chakra to throw 1 or 2 jutsu, said Makoto. Meanwhile We should stop this fight now, we have seen what Kushina is capable of, said Tsunade. I agree with Tsuheim, said Jiraiya. I want to see a bit more from my successor. She is holding a good fight against 2 S-ranked ANBU, said the Sandame. Mom will make the match a draw, said Naruto. Kushina may have my grandfather's cells with Uzumaki genes, but she was inactive for the last 12 years. I'm not seeing it, said Tsunade. Oh, common Tsunade Bachan. I know what I'm saying. Naruto smiled and shined away to evade the female Sanin's monstrous punch. Come here, brat, and say that again, yelled Tsunade. Nah, I don't have a death wish like my godfather, said Naruto, who was standing next to Jiraiya. Back to the fight. Kushina stood up at a distance from her opponents and put her katana in its sheath before releasing her hair from her ponytail position. Both Anbu were watching Kushina as a blazing aura surrounded her and as she was ready to charge for a fearsome attack. Kushina's hair flew up as the aura surrounded her and intimidating her targets, she said, "This will be the end, Databane. I will go first while you will go for openings I will give you." Getting a nod from Mikoto, Yugao charged at Kushina as a blue aura surrounded her sword. The water that surrounded her sword changed to fire and she slashed and flipped around Yugao. This time she overpowered Yugao with sheer strength as she pushed her back, slashing her back, chest, mask and legs. Arg! Yugao gasped in pain for the large cuts she got. I can't continue anymore. She fell open, her face breathing heavily. Damn Kushina. She still can do this. Seeing Yugao was down, Mikoto immediately charged towards Kushina with her tanto. Come on, Mikoto-chan. Give me everything you got, said Kushina. Of course, Mikoto spoke. Then she and Kushina started butting heads similar to how Tanjiro and Sabito did. Then Mikoto thought, she is still overpowering my strength. With a strong blow, she managed to armless break Mikoto's tanto. That was my favorite. Mikoto backflipped many yards and jumped high, performing hand seals, katan, Hosenka no Jutsu, fire release, Phoenix Sage fire technique. I have to save chakra to counter the attack. Kushina concentrated and got some shushing sound from the fireballs. Oh, she had shurikens in it. Kushina deflected the burning shuriken, though some of them managed to give her burns. Okay, one last attack. Mikoto created a full-body Susanoo which stood still 50 meters. Kushina, this will be my strongest attack and defense. I see, I have a jutsu completely against it, though I don't know if I can use it or not. Mokutan, Mokoryu no Jutsu, would release. Would dragon jutsu. The ground shook and a 30-meter-long dragon rose up from beneath Kushina and took her high towards the Susanoo. That's it. Mikoto's Susanoo threw a spear towards the wood dragon. Kushina's dragon caught the spear by its mouth and buried it at the Susanoo's gut. I'm not done yet. Mikoto created another spear and swings it towards Kushina. I know. Kushina jumped from the wood dragon, and the blazing aura surrounded went higher as her sword clashed with Mikoto's spear. A large chakra blast destroyed the ground. Also at the sidelines, everyone was affected by the string chakra blast. In the meantime, Kushina's wood dragon wrapped itself on the Susanoo, restraining its movement and absorbing its chakra. Mikoto's Susanoo strength overpowered Kushina at last moment before it disappeared, and her eternal Mangekyo Sharingan then turned off. Kushina flew away with a great force and hit the ground, making a giant crater unconscious. I got her. Mikoto was falling down, but the wood dragon headbutt her as she landed violently unconscious at the same time. Amazing, so that's how Madara and grandfather used to fight, said Tsunade. They were far stronger than it. If these attacks were from them, then it could have blown away half of the village without a doubt, said Hiruzen. Without saying anything, Naruto went to her mother to grab her from the crater she was in. I want to fight them, though I'll never try to fight in a 2-on-1 match, or it will be my funeral, said Jiraiya. Let's wrap everything out and Tsunade, please heal them, said Hiruzen. Yeah, I know, said Tsunade. Skip to next morning at Konoha Tea and I department . Naruto found himself at an interrogation room with Inoichi, Shikaku and Ibiki with a Hyuga. Uzumaki, Naruto, do you know why you are here? Asked Shikaku. I'll get some psychological interrogation exam or something? Guessed Naruto. Don't fear, Naruto, we just have some tests for you, and you will be free in an hour or two, said Inoichi. It's not a problem, but may I know why I am getting this? Asked Naruto. Every shinobi has to give it at a time, and Hokage-sama wanted you to get into this test a bit early because of your rapid progression, said Shikaku. He suspects me, said Naruto. No, it's not that, said Shikaku. Oh, I got it, said Naruto, a little hurt that Hokage would think that of him. Equals an hour and 50 minutes later, equals. Seriously, they think my son has split personality disorder. Well, they are not wrong in a way, said Minato. Thank you for your cooperation. Naruto, you're free to go now, said Inoichi. You can take Haku-kun with you now. Hokage-sama wants to see you both, said Shikaku. Thank you. Naruto bowed and quickly left. What a troublesome kid you have, Minato, Kushina, thought Shikaku. Some minutes later at the Hokage Tower, When Naruto entered, he saw Kushina was there in her formal Konoha Jonin outfit. He also saw a young girl with sliver J equals hair, a year or two older than him, wearing a black dress showing a nice amount of cleavage and followed by a black skirt with a slit showing her right leg, and she was wearing the leaf symbol on her fingerless gloves. He momentarily watched the new Kunoichi, and when she turned at him, he saw a cold face with beautiful blue eyes. Hiruzen faked a cough to alert Naruto. Naruto turned to the aged Hokage and said, "Did you inhale too much dust last night, or you're feeling old now?" Hiruzen was about to tease the blonde genin, but his words made him stop. First of all, let's meet Haku, who accepted Naruto's offer and want to join the Uzumaki clan. Leader Kushina accepted him. But you are still going to be the head of the Yuki clan when you get to Jonin. You are now Yuki Haku and a genin of Konoha. Thank you, Hokage-sama, said Haku. Now, since you and Naruto both are genin, I'm placing you in a team, and your new sensei will be Uzumaki Kushina herself. And your third teammate will be Near-chan here. She is one of the best genin, since she didn't get a team to participate in the Chunin exam from last time, said Hiruzen. I'm Near, and I'll be your teammate. I can see you two genins are stronger than any I saw in my experience, Near said coldly. Nice to meet you. Hope we can be a good team, said Naruto. A day later, after Team Kushina came in action, Team 7 was currently standing in front of the Hokage with Sasuke's two hands are bandaged for some reason, like he was attacked 2 nights ago by some unknown people. There was another pale-skinned boy standing with them who is annoying to the Uchiha and his fangirl. 2 nights ago, Ino tried to confront Sakura, but it happened negatively as the pink-haired fangirl gravely insulted the Yamanaka. That time Ino broke their friendship, completely leaving the girl alone, though she went to Sakura's mother to tell her about Sakura. Mabuki apologized on behalf on her daughter, though Ino said that she wanted help her friend, but she was more obsessed with the Uchiha, so she ignored every person who talked negatively about the Uchiha. Right now, I called you Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke because Team 7 is reforming from today, and he is Sai, your new member. Sasuke Uchiha, you have given back your shinobi if in one condition, that if you do cause something again, then it will be your punishable death, said Hiruzen. Sasuke didn't reply but nodded. Hokage-sama, what about Naruto? Asked Kakashi. Naruto is put into another team, said Hiruzen. May I know who his sensei is now? Asked Kakashi. Hiruzen was about to speak, but someone spoke instead of him. That would be me, Kakashi-kun, said a female voice. Kakashi shivered at the sweet female, knowing he would be dead in near future. Lady Kushina. Why, of course, look how much you have grown up, said Kushina. Kakashi then saw her Jonin outfit. You're Naruto's new sensei. Kushina, said Sasuke. It's Lady Kushina for you, brat, said Kushina. Do you know who am I? You're my property, so respect me. You should be grateful, old hag, that I chose to be my property, said Sasuke. Sasuke didn't get any moment, but Kushina's fist connected to his face and Sasuke found himself buried in the wall. Your dad was unconscious for 3 days when I hit him. You're lucky that you still have your conscious. You're talking to the Uzumaki clan head and the future Godame Hokage, so chose your words. My fists talk more than my mouth. Future Godame Hokage? Questioned Kakashi. Why yes, I choose her as my successor, and for Uchiha Sasuke is taken out from clan restoration, said Hiruzen. What a shit prick, said Near. I agree, said Haku. So you're Uzumaki Naruto, I have heard off, Sai said with a fake smile. Dickless, said Sai. Oh, he has one. I have checked. Everyone in the room blushed while Near told it coldly. Slut, said Sai. Near quietly went to Sai and with a smile she kicked him in his balls. Sai gasped in pain and crouched down, breathing heavily. I was checking if you have one or not. I was right that you have them when you opened your mouth. Then Near gazed went towards Sakura. Slut. What did you say, bitch? Screeched Sakura. I know what I said, and don't make me prove my point, or you can if you like to be exposed in front of others, said Near. Sakura was about to scream again, but Kushina intervened. Enough, team. Don't forget why we are here, said Kushina. Sorry, Kushina-sensei, said Nier. Was your previous team being always like this? Haku whispered to Naruto. Worse than it, but just ignore them, Naruto whispered back. I'm trying, but they are really annoying, whispered Haku. Sorry to interrupt you too, but if I'm not wrong, you're carrying the Kubikirabocho. Where did you get it? Asked Kakashi. It was previously Master's, Hataki-san. Zabuza-sama talked highly about you, said Haku. Your name is Haku, Asuma told me, said Kakashi. Yuki Haku, older brother of Uzumaki Naruto and son of Uzumaki Kushina, said Haku. Oh, good, said Kakashi. Kakashi-kun, said Kushina. Kakashi didn't want to turn towards the sweet voice, but he turned to also get buried into the wall beside Sasuke. I deserve that, he managed to say before he fell down on his face. That's for running away to your duty as an older brother of Naruto, Kushina said with a tick mark. Sensei really never hesitate to hit someone who deserved that. There is no question about you two are your mother's sons, said Nier. Naruto chuckled. I know better. Okay, that's enough, Kushina. I don't want to rebuild this room, so no more damaged, please, said Hiruzen. Do you want to see yourself there, old man? Questioned Kushina as she cracked his knuckles. Hiruzen laughed nervously. Forget it? Are you here for missions? Yes, a B-ranked mission will be enough for us, said Kushina. But Kushina, this is a genin team, said Hiruzen. I know their skills, Hokage-sama. I know what exactly they are capable of, said Kushina. Very well, if you insist, I can give you one, said Hiruzen. 2 weeks later. Training ground 43 =====. Nier attacked Naruto violently with an oversized sword chained with a scythe. Naruto dodged Nier's slashes knowing it would be foolish for him to block those attacks. Nier spun on her feet, throwing the scythe at Naruto's chest. Naruto deflected the scythe with the metal protectors of his hand gloves, but in that time his opponent completed her rotation with a swing of heavy sword. Seeing Naruto duck from the slash, Nier caught her scythe to attack again, but Naruto went on his hands and kicked the sword back, causing her a little disbalance. As Naruto created some distance, he went some hand seals, Katan, Gokakyu no Jutsu, Fire Release, Great Fireball Technique. Nier strapped her weapons at her back and preformed some hand seals, Doton, Dohiki, Earth Release, Mud Wall. Her defensive jutsu stopped Naruto's fireball and she quickly get out from there and threw a bunch of shuriken. Naruto backflipped 4 times to dodge the shuriken. Kagabunshin no Jutsu, Shadow Clone Technique. Nier saw 5 Narutos. She put her hands on her cheeks and said coldly, How cruel of you using clones to gang up on me. If you do that, I think I can't sit up for 2 days. Naruto blushed for a moment hearing how coldly she tried to distract him, but he shrugged it and replied with a smirk, Oh, you will not mind after we are done. Oh, then fill me up. Nier took out another sword that looked like a scythe, like Virtuous Treaty, 2B's main weapon. All of Naruto's clones charged with tri-pronged kunai, which are heavier than normal kunai. 10 minutes later. Okay, Naruto and Nier, it's enough for today, said Kushina. Naruto fell down on his back, though his head was on Nier's lap, who was also exhausted but was not giving to many signs of it. Inside Naruto's mind. I would rather not deal with her. You're in charge of your mind, Naruto, for now, said Minato. Hey Dad, wait. Don't leave me with her alone, said Naruto. I won't deal with your romantic problems. I have dealt enough until you showed yourself. It's your duty to get a lover or lovers, Minato said, thinking about the Fire Daimyo's daughter. Not mine. Though I will stop you if you make some wrong decision. See you until then. Oh, come on, said Naruto. Return to me when you're done. Kurama showed in her human form after Minato went to sleep. Why don't I get a normal woman in my life? Asked Naruto. Back to reality. You're coming with me, Naruto. You are all dirty. We will have a bath together, Nier said coldly. Haku can also come. You're a girl and we are boys. Don't you have any hesitation to ask to bath together to an opposite gender? Questioned Haku. Friends could bath together. I'm not doing anything improper, said Nier. If you just got aroused to get into a bath with your opposite gender, then it's not my fault. You can't control yourself. Haku sighed. I can't disagree with you, but I'll feel like a third wheel between, so I'm not coming. You two come back in time for dinner, Kushina said. Yes, sensei, we'll not be late, said Nier. Mother, I didn't ask this, but did something happen to her past? Nier doesn't show emotions though the way she acts around Naruto, said Haku. She likes him, said Kushina plainly. I have read her reports. She came from a place where people see males and females equally before she came at Konoha. That's why she doesn't have heavy sexual tension in front of males. But she has feelings, and her previous team took advantage of her feelings. She killed them in her first Chunin exams because killing was allowed there, and from then she got a bad reputation. And she harbored feelings for Naruto because he treats her like she wanted. Although she doesn't know how to express them, she decided to spend more time with him, concluded Haku. Yes, agreed Kushina. My Otudo is a charmer, said Haku. Kushina giggled. Oh, he is, I know. At Nier's home . Nier was sitting in her bathtub with Naruto in front of her while his back was forcefully rested on her front. Naruto was blushing slightly at the older Genin's assets were touching his backside. Are you uncomfortable, Naruto? Asked Nier. A bit, though I want to get to know more about you. You don't seem uncomfortable for being naked with a boy, said Naruto. I'm coming from a small village at the southern border of fire and country. At our village, boys and girls weren't seen different as they used to bath, eat, and sleep together because we had very small supplies, said Nier. After my parents' death 5 years ago, I was coming with my uncle at Konoha for find a job. I guess something happened then, said Naruto. Yes, my uncle actually sold me as a slave, though I didn't know about that then. But fortunately before they could have taken me, some Konoha shinobi attacked them and saved all the slaves, and that's how I ended in Konoha, said Nier. Still your cold voice telling me something more happened, said Naruto. Yes, when I became a genin I was a very promised to be the strongest in my batch, but my habits remained same to see male and females on the same page. My other two teammate took its advantage at the Chunin exams, and after talking with my sensei and medics what they did to me, so I killed them because killing was allowed in the exams, said Nier. I get it. Then why are you so open with me? Asked Naruto. I have heard rumors about you, and I was also seeing you for some last months. I was also there when you used to disappear from your apartment and the Uchiha broke in, said Nier. Oh, so that was you. I actually never bothered if it wasn't Sasuke since I knew he was the only one could harm me, said Naruto. Oh, when I saw I was added to your team I tried to get friends with you, said Nier. I get your feelings. Naruto grabbed her hands which were resting on his shoulders. I'll get used to it, but let me ask you one thing. What will you do if I try to do the same? I'll do the same what I did back there, said Nier. Nah, I would like to stay alive for a long time, Naruto laughed. A very small smile creeped on Nier's lips. Though one thing slightly bothers me. What made you change after you became genin? It's not Kyuubi, I guess? Or because you're Yandame's son? Naruto stirred up a bit before saying, What made you think I'm Yandame's son? You look just like him, said Nier. Is it that easy? Feeling a small nod from the older genin, Naruto laughed. It's people's hatred for the Kyuubi that blind they. You know my dream is to remove this hatred from the world so in the future others don't have to be sacrificed. It's a noble dream, a foolish one too. A frown appeared on his face, thought it disappear when Nier continued. Though you can't know if you don't try, it's not like we will get success at everything we do. Naruto chuckled. You're right. Did anyone ever tell you that your eyes are beautiful? Are you trying to flirt with me? Questioned Naruto. What? You have been doing that for the last 2 weeks. Mom has started to bug me to take you on a date, said Naruto. I thought what we are doing is a date, said Nier, a little confused. You're right, but no one ever gets naked on the first, Naruto told. Next morning at training ground 7 . How are your arms feeling now, Sasuke? Asked Kakashi. It feels completely healed. I can use them freely, said Sasuke darkly. Okay, since Team 7 assembled again, we're having training only, said Kakashi. You have a whole week to prove to me that you are worthy to be trained by the famous copy ninja Kakashi Hatake. You're just famous because you have the Uchiha clan's dojutsu, said Sasuke. I got this when I was 13 and I made Jonin a year before, said Kakashi sternly. HMMP, I can make it now if I try, said Sasuke. OC equals sure then. I'm taking a Jonin test for only you, Sasuke. If you pass, I'll recommend you. Come on, let's start, said Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, can I ask you something? Asked Sakura. Yes, agreed Kakashi. Why Naruto's mom told you that you failed Naruto as an older brother? Asked Sakura. Lady Kushina is like my mother figure, and I watched Naruto since Lady Kushina was pregnant with him. Then maybe after Sensei and her death, I succumbed into depression and ignored Naruto, since he always reminded me of my Sensei and Lady Kushina, said Kakashi. That baka reminded you of your Sensei. I thought the yandame was dash. Sakura stopped in her tracks, realizing something. No way, that baka doesn't deserve to be the yandame's son. Sasuke's eyes widened at what Sakura said. That dobe is actually the yandame's son, so that's why he got better treatment. Then I guess Sasuke deserves to be my sensei's son? Said Kakashi. Of course, said Sakura. Idiot, said Sai and Kakashi at the same time. Both Dickless and his whore are idiots, said Sai. Kakashi sighed. What a mess. Tell me, Sakura, what don't you have but Naruto does? Dead last, said Sakura. Not that, said Kakashi. Then what? Questioned Sakura. Potential to be a promising shinobi that you lack, answered Kakashi. I have. You all can't see that. Sasuke-kun wanted me to be his wife, screeched Sakura. Don't try to say that in front of me. I can be far worse than Naruto. Sasuke, tell me, why did you want Sakura? And don't try to lie. Kakashi leaked his killer intent, intimidating Sasuke. Totio, teach that councilwoman a lesson for going against me, Sasuke replied nervously. What do you think of her? Asked Kakashi in the same tone. She is more worthless than the dobe. At least he has some jutsu which I'll get and kill Itachi, said Sasuke. That's not truer. Sasuke-kun is saying that because you're making him sat that, Sakura yelled. Dickless is nothing in comparison to his older brother. My master highly praised him before he betrayed the village, Sai said. You want to die? Threatened Sasuke. You're weak. Sai gave his fake smile. Then fight me, we'll see, said Sasuke. Very well, Sasuke and Sai will get to spar, while Sakura, you will do what Kurenai told you to do. If I find anyone slacking off, then they will be training double. Question me and you will around Konoha 50 times, said Kakashi sternly. 6 days later. As you all know, this year's Chunin exams are going to be held in Konoha. So I want to know if someone wants to put their team in the Chunin exams, said Hiruzen. I, Uzumaki Kushina, to send Team Kushina and the Chunin exams, said Kushina. Are you sure, Lady Kushina? Asked Kakashi. Why not? Naruto is one of the Shugenin Junichi, 12 guardian ninja. Haku is the former apprentice of Zabuza, and Nier is Nier, the coldest kunoichi with high skills, said Kushina. Well, how can I say no? Team 7 will compete too, said Kakashi. Now, are you sure, Kakashi? I don't want to offend you, but I doubt the Uchiha and his most dedicated fangirl, questioned Kushina. I agree with Lady Kushina. Your bubblegum princess is not dedicated to training, said Kurenai. Kakashi's head hung in shame. I have never felt this embarrassed in my life. Do not worry, my eternal rival Kakashi. Your team will learn their springtime of youth, shouted Guy. Kakashi looked at Guy with a depressed look. Did you say something, Guy? Aggrhhh Kakashi. You and your hip attitude, shouted Guy. Asuma laughed with others. Anyway, I want to side Team 10 in. With the time my team spent with Naruto, they are looking more motivated. Same with me. Team 8 is also motivated after learning Naruto's accomplishments. They can't wait for their time to shine, said Kurenai. I see. Since all the sensei want to sign their teams, then I don't have anything to say, said Hiruzen. The same day with Naruto Do you know why Sensei gave us a free day but asked to meet? Asked Haku. Maybe Sensei is signing us up for the Chunin exams, suggested Nier. Aren't you a bit excited for Chunin exams? Questioned Naruto. I just want to be Chunin. I am bored to death for being a genin for 3 long years, said Nier. I know we will pass the Chunin exams easily, said Haku. Naruto was about to say something but heard a familiar yell making him sigh. Are you sure you want to go? Facing Bubblegum Princess is the last I want to do right now, said Haku. I also don't want to hear something from her mouth, said Nier. I know, but for Konohamaru, I don't want him to stay near Sakura for a long time, said Naruto. Naruto's two teammates nodded at him and want to see what was going on. Upon entering the scene, they saw Konohamaru was picked up by some Suna ninja, while Sakura was doing nothing. Boss, save me, yelled Konohamaru. Oi, Mr. Suna ninja, drop my apprentice, or I'll kick your ass, said Naruto. Look, the team dropout is here trying to be a hero, said Sakura. Look, the Uchiha whore is here being useless as ever, said Nier. Haku was trying to not laugh at Nier's insult thrown to Sakura. He turned to the two Suna ninja. I think Suna ninja is here for Chunin exams, not to start a war. Shut it, boy. I'm going to teach this brat a lesson, and if you interfere then I'll teach you some also, said Kankuro. Oi, cat boy, are you going to purr if I pet you? Asked Nier sarcastically. Looks like I have to do something about you. Kakuro's hands went to the thing wrapped on his back. It's not time to use it, Kankuro, said Temari. Temari, I won't take these insults from them. If you didn't want it, then go away, said Kankuro. I guess we don't have much of a choice then. Naruto's hand went to his kunai pouch but feels something coming towards them, and he took a kunai to deflect it and found a small pebble. Dobe, step out of my way, said Sasuke. Just great. You can go, oh almighty Uchiha-sama, Naruto said sarcastically. I'm not in the mood to look at your face. Then you should get out because your face is disgusting and tell those clowns to kneel in front of me, said Sasuke. Ignore him, Naruto said before teleporting to Konohamaru to grab him from Kankuro. What the? How fast was he? He just grabbed the brat and went out before I blinked. Thought while her gaze went to Naruto's waistcloth. Kankuro, don't mess with the blonde. He is one of the Shugenin Junichi, 12 guardian ninja, of Fire Country. Naruto was about to say something when sand blew in front of him, and a redhead appeared in front of him. Kankuro, you're a disgrace to our village, said the redhead, who then turned towards Naruto. I apologize for them. But Gaara, they started, said Kankuro. Shut up or I'll kill you, said Gaara. If you want to apologize, then kneel in front of me, said Sasuke. You're weak, said Gaara simply. Don't you know who am I? I'm Uchiha Sasuke, an elite of elite, said Sasuke. Gaara ignored Sasuke and turned towards Naruto. What's your name? Naruto, Uzumaki Naruto, said Naruto. Sabaku no Gaara, your eyes are interesting yet a lot like mine. They have forgiveness yet hatred. It had love yet loneliness. You're worthy to fight me. Gaara gave a crazy smile. Naruto retuned the crazy smile, making the other two sand ninja stiffen. You don't seem to brag like the worthless Uchiha. You will give me a good fight. Everyone stiffened at the amount of killer intent they were radiating, and only Nier and Haku remained still in the killer intent. The blonde is as crazy as Gaara. I hope he doesn't lose his mind here, thought Temari. That's enough, Naruto. I don't like to mom wait for us. It will be pain, said Haku, with a tone that sounded like he was a little scared. Oh crap, we're late. Let's go. Naruto took off running with Haku and Nier. Temari, Kankuro, we're leaving, said Gaara. HMMP Dobe ran with his tails between his legs. Sasuke turned to Gaara. You redhead, you look strong and worthy to be my servant. What kind of idiot this Uchiha prick is? Gaara, please don't kill him here, thought Kankuro. You're just like a bug bugging me, which I can crush any time before I fight Uzumaki Naruto, said Gaara. That baka was the dead last, while Sasuke-kun was the rookie of TOAR. He can defat you any time, yelled Sakura. No wonder you two look weaker than the Uzumaki's team. What did that girl say? Uchiha and Uchiha whore? Nice name fitting. Temari laughed before she went with her siblings. Bitch, I'll get payback in time, thought Sasuke. At an underground dark room under Konoha . The Jinchuriki is being a nuisance to everyone now, and with Uzumaki Kushina been found out, it's more difficult to get the Jinchuriki. Sarutobi and the Jinchuriki knows it me who captured Kushina to create an Uzumaki soldier, said Danzo. What about the Uchiha Lord Danzo? He is more nuisance for what I have learned to see him, a masked Anbyu said. I have a task for Fu and Toryun. Tell them to get a squad and eliminate the Uchiha and make it look like it's the Jinchuriki's doing in the Forest of Death, said Danzo. Do the same with the Jinchuriki, but before eliminate him, take the QB. Minato had left a key with him, so taking the QB won't be difficult. I'll inform them. The Anbu shined away. Danzo noticed a lone figure standing at the dark at a distance. "What is mission, Lord Danzo?" a feminine voice said coldly. "Remove your mask and tell me who are you?" asked Danzo. The female ANBU removed her mask, showing an oval face with big blue eyes, looking emotionless and cold, with long blonde hair tied in a bun and 3 pairs of whisker marks on her cheeks. "I'm Code 9, said the girl. "I am born to serve Lord Danzo until I die. My sole mission is to capture the Kyuubi Jinchuriki and abduct the beast. You will go to the Forest of Death tailing the Jinchuriki, and if other route failed to do their task, then you will lure the Jinchuriki to abduct the Kyuubi," said Danzo. "I'll complete my mission," Code 9 bowed. "Failure is not an option en route," said Danzo. Somewhere in a dark cave . "What is the status report, Kabuto?" asked a snake-like voice. "The Jinchuriki and the Uchiha is participating in the Chunin exams, and for the Jinchuriki's latest actions, Danzo is not pleased. He probably strikes him with Code 9 in the Forest of Death," said Kabuto. "Kukuku, well done, Kabuto. We're going to visit Konoha. It's time expose Danzo to Sarutobi-sensei," said Orochimaru. Meanwhile, somewhere in the land of fire, 2 men wearing black robe with red clouds . "Itachi, why are we in the land of fire? Leader Sama didn't say to us anything," said a male voice. "I have some personal business in Konoha, and since you're bored, so you will get to some bugs," said Itachi. "Now you said it, I'm looking forward for it," said Kisame. The following day with Team Kushina . "So why are we late for the team meeting today?" "It's not every day you're late, so something must have happened," asked Kushina. "We ran into some sun ninja who were trying to pick on Konohamaru," Naruto answered. "Followed by the Uchiha and the Uchiha whore," added Nier. "And our eyes became sore to see them," Haku said with an annoyed voice. "I can only give sympathy to you, but let's lighten up your mood because I have signed your names up for the Chunin exams," said Kushina. "I have guessed that we are going to participate in the Chunin exams since we are ahead of every other rookie genin and also some veterans," said Nier. "And that's why I'm proud of you, since you 3 are more than some normal genin, but we don't know what the other villages have packed up for us," said Kushina. "Sometimes other villages send jonins or high-ranked chunins in the exams to wipe out weak genins, which can be threat in the future. Also, you know killing is allowed in the exams, so be wary of your friends too. You know who or whom I'm talking about." "We know, Ka-san. We will make you proud," said Haku. "Believe it," said Naruto. "We 3 will be Chunin after the exams under the Godame Hokage. The Red Death of Konoha, Kushina Uzumaki," said Nier. "I know you will, so go tomorrow at the academy at room number 31 at 7 a.m., said Kushina. "Hi!" shouted Naruto. With Team 7 . "Ah, I see you have gathered here already," said Kakashi. "You're late for an hour, sensei," yelled Sakura. "Did you call us to sign us up for the Chunin exams?" questioned Sasuke. About that, why should I sign your names?" Kakashi questioned back. "I'm an elite Uchiha, the strongest clan of the world," Sasuke arrogantly replied. "Yeah, Naruto has defeated you for the last months, and you couldn't get a single hit on him," said Kakashi. "Sasuke-kun is the strongest, and he will protect me from danger and help me to be a Chunin," argued Sakura. "You didn't improve from the first day. A kid with a bit of strength can defeat you, I think," Kakashi snapped back. Sai stayed silent. "Don't you have to say something like your teammates?" "I don't want to make myself an idiot," Sai smiled fakely. "At least you don't share the same brain cells as your teammates," said Kakashi. "But I want to measure up my skills against some other genin like Uzumaki Naruto or Sabaka no Gaara." Sai's 2 teammates shot a glare which he didn't acknowledge. "A nice reason. My colleagues had belittled me, saying my team isn't capable. But I have trained, so I signed your names in the Chunin exams," said Kakashi. "You have to show what you learned under me. Don't put shame on my and your name." Somewhere in Konoha . 3 shinobi were wearing sound headbands, talking with themselves. "Why would Orochimaru-sama wanted us to protect that fucking Uchiha? I would like to kill that fucking prick by cutting his dick, then feeding it to his slutty whore." A redhead angrily spoke. "Stop cursing, Tayuya. If Orochimaru-sama wanted us to protect him from Danzo, then we will not question and do what he said. We all know Danzo is Orochimaru-sama's enemy, who made our lord do his dirty work, then made him run from his home," said another member. Kimimaro, Tayuya, stay quiet. What about the Kyuubi Jinchuriki? Said another. Orochimaru-sama said he will go for the Jinchuriki by himself since saving the Jinchuriki will jeopardize Danzo's plans, said Kimimaro. I can't even fight with that fucking Uchiha and his team. They are so fucking weak, cursed Tayuya. Don't underestimate an Uchiha, said Jugo. The same night at Naruto's room . Naruto found himself wrapped by Nier while she was sleeping peacefully using him as her pillow, though he didn't get any sleep at where his face is pillowed. The day team Kushina told Nier was always invited at the Namikaze residence for meals, and the day was like every day. In the last, Kushina insisted Nier to stay the night, and Nier took the opportunity to spend the night in Naruto's room. Kushina also accepted that by saying they can do anything except making her a grandmother, at which the blonde blushed with his older adopted brother patting his head wishing him good luck. Though Naruto didn't have any option except to be Nier's pillow, but he couldn't sleep as his face was smothered into her still growing chest. Naruto inwardly groaned as his father left him to deal with that, though he wanted to go in his naked bijou, so he stayed there. Though the night was long for since he felt a tug and appeared into his mindscape. Seeing the bijou sitting just behind the bars in her human form, naked shamelessly, his blush deepened and felt a bulge formed under his shorts. Hi Naruto, said Kurama. Don't just hi me, you have called me for a reason. It's not to tease me, Naruto replied with a red face. Yeah, there is a reason. I want you to do something for me, said Kurama. And what is it? Questioned Naruto. Do you see those pipes? Asked Kurama. Naruto turned towards the wall and saw 9 pipes surrounded alone, and a small is attached with the lone pipe. What are those? Those 9 pipes are showing the 9 tails of 9, and the no pipe is your chakra and the smaller one is your emotions. I want you to connect one of the pipes containing my chakra with yours. That's how my 1 tail worth of chakra will be mixed with yours. You will like what I'm saying. Kurama gave Naruto a smirk, which meant he will get in trouble somehow if he will do that. I don't like that smirk on your face, said Naruto. Oh, believe me, you will like it. Did I ever lie to you? Your life is too fun to die here, said Kurama. I hope you won't give me trouble. Naruto went to the wall to do what the human bijou said. As Naruto connected the pipes, he felt a surge of energy run through his body, as he felt warm tingle which made him flush. What was that? Naruto was surprised to see her arms wrapped over his body and moaned softly. I shared some of my emotions which I have gathered from my hosts, so enjoy what you gained. Kurama pushed Naruto out from his mind. What? Naruto found himself at bead still hard downstairs, and he heard a moan from Nier, whose body shivered and twitched for a moment. Na Naruto, said Nier. Naruto was startled as the older moaned his name in her sleep. To stop sending you churka in me. It's driving me crazy. What? I don't know what is happening? Questioned Naruto. You're arousing my hormones while you're also aroused. You're touching me down, said Nier. Naruto realized what Kurama meant by trading emotions through chakra. He quickly tried to make some distance from Nier. And no. Nier pressed herself more on Naruto while she came down a bit as her face came in front of Naruto's. Nier, I'm sorry, I don't know how to control it. I did what Kyuubi told me to do, said Naruto. When she said emotions, I thought it would be hatred and dark thoughts, but I never thought it would be pleasure. It's okay. Nier's face came closer to Naruto's as her lips touched his. Naruto was surprised to get his first kiss by accidentally seducing the older kunoichi, though he couldn't keep himself because of thoughts the 9-tailed bijou smashed into his brain. He tried to resist, but his hormones couldn't make him. So he let her do what she wants and opened his mouth as the older pushed her tongue into his mouth and pushed to get on top of him. Nier heeded the kiss and rubbed her body on his, though she stopped as they needed air, and she sat up then got up from Naruto. I'm sorry, Naruto, my hormones and desires caught with me that I couldn't control my emotions. I should go to the living room. I'm sorry. I should apologize, Nier. It's my fault for what happened, said Naruto. She didn't do it because of my chakra just kicked your desires, but it's her own desire for what she did. That girl wanted it, but couldn't say it, thinking it would go like what she experienced in the past, said Kurama. Also, she thinks you is someone she can't lose, so she kept her feelings hidden in that calmness. But her insides are like a hurricane of feelings. You're afraid, Nier, thinking it would end like your past, said Naruto. Nier didn't turn towards Naruto, but her body jolted for a moment. It was your own desire that Kyuubi's chakra kicked up. Nier, talk to me, what do you want? Bottling up your emotions inside of you will cause problems for you and the ones who love you. No one loves someone like me. I let myself defiled years ago for not knowing comments, said Nier. It was not your fault, said Naruto. I killed my own teammates by taking advantage, and that's why Konoha Shinobi avoids me, and I didn't get a team for the last 2 years, said Nier. You, Haku, and Sensei accepted me on a whim because of my past. You are all good people. Nier. Naruto placed his hand on her shoulder when she turned to him, and he never saw her that vulnerable as she let her eyes get teared up. I wanted to be loved. I want to be a friend. I want someone cares for me. I want people respect me. I don't want others see me like a cheap kunoichi want to get laid. I don't want people pity me because of my past, said Nier. I wanted you to stay beside me. I wanted you to love me, not just want me for my body. Nier, I don't see you that low. You're more than that. I don't judge, because if I do, then I'll be on the same page as the foolish villagers who judged me for what I didn't know or didn't control, said Naruto. Nier shivered as she felt the warmth entering her body again and looked at Naruto. Team Kushina loves you for who you are. We are not like others simple, so we don't do simple things. If we do something wrong, then you can blame the QB for possessing me. I won't complain. For the first time you have showed your emotions and true self. Let it go with the wind. Thank you, Naruto. As Nier leaned on Naruto again. Don't thank me. Naruto tried to say something more, but his current roommate's lips stopped his lips from moving, catching them into a kiss. Nier gave herself to her emotions as she pushed the blonde and deepened the kiss while pushing her hands in his shorts to confront what she wanted. Naruto moaned in Nier's mouth while his hands massaged her back under the t-shirt she was wearing. Nier ended the kiss. We should stop now. You should get your first time like you wanted, Nier said. And I want that to be you right now. Naruto kissed her again and allowed her tongue to enter his mouth. Then she ended the kiss again. Something wrong? Naruto teased. Yes, you are wearing far too many clothes, she said, giving Naruto another headed kiss, forcing her tongue deep into Naruto's mouth, and enjoyed the taste. When they finally broke apart, Naruto slowly began to remove his shirt. Nier seemed to get irritated and grabbed his arms and forced the shirt to come up quickly so she could look at him. Well, I think you will find that you are the overdressed one now, Naruto whispered and ripped the shirt off of Nier, revealing DD-cupped cleavage. Nier began to lick, bite, and kiss, causing Naruto moan out. Nier stated to go lower down Naruto until she reached his shorts, where there was a small bulge. Looks like somebody wants to get out, Nier said before lightly giving the shaft a kiss through the fabric. She then began to pull the final piece of fabric down and revealed his long, thick 8-inch member. Nier, what are you JH-? Naruto was cut off when Nier claimed the head of his penis in her mouth and began licking the tip. Naruto was griping the sheets of the bed as Nier began bobbing up and down, sucking and licking his dick. Nier, that feels amazing, Naruto moaned out as she continued her administrations. Nier had decided it was time to mix things up a bit and let his sword fall from her mouth with an audible pop. Naruto let out a disappointed moan when she pulled away, but soon forgot about it as she claimed one of his balls in her mouth and began to suck and lick that instead and began pumping his shaft with her hand. Pausing for a moment, Nier gave a lick right up the shaft of his member and reclaimed her prize into her mouth, still pumping him, and began to go faster and faster. After several moments, Naruto began to tense and his dick began to throb. Oh God, Nier-chan, I'm coming, he moaned. Nier had pulled back so only the tip of his solitaire was in her mouth as warm liquid began to spurt from his tip, and she began to swirl it in her mouth before swallowing his massive load. Breathing slowly from the pleasure, Naruto kissed Nier before whispering in her. Now it's your turn. Getting a shiver of excitement out of the cold kunoichi, Naruto flipped their positions to where he was on top of Nier. Naruto kissed Nier's cheek and onto her bust before he claimed her nipple in his mouth, and he pinched her other nipple lightly with his thumb and index fingers, rubbing it in between, massaging the breast as a whole, getting a loud gasp, then a moan from his current lover. Naruto decided to continue his exploration of his lover's body and began to slowly kiss down her stomach, stopping to remove her black shorts, revealing black, already drenched panties. Naruto gave her lips a small lick through the fabric in a similar she had teased him and removed them, slowly dragging them up her legs before tossing the tiny piece of fabric away. He did not return to her dripping lips straight away. He spread her legs and began kissing her inner thigh from just above her knee right to the edge of her pussy before narrowly avoiding it and teasing up the other side. The spiky-haired blonde experimented as he started just running his tongue along the length of her walls, slowly at first, then faster. He found she had a small spasm of bliss-induced pleasure when he gently sucking on her lips. Naruto slid his tongue along her inner walls and loved her taste as she arched back in pleasure. He remembered reading about a small nub of nerves that women have. Locating the nub, Naruto gave her nub a small lick, Nier's reaction was instant as she arched back in pleasure and moaned loudly. "Naruto-kun, that feels amazing!" she screamed, and her hands began to grip to the bed sheets as her pleasure began to build up. Continuing to use his tongue to stimulate her clit, Naruto slowly entered a finger into Nier's folds, earning a gasp from Nier. Passing a second finger, he began pumping his fingers until he began to feel her start to contract. "Oh, Kami, Naruto-kun, I'm coming," she moaned out. Naruto switched the roles, returning his tongue to her folds and began pinch and rub her nub with his fingers. "Oh, Kami," she screamed as she reached a climax and her body began to spasm. Naruto could feel her warm juices flow over his face and began lapping them up, enjoying her unique flavor. He stood up and leaned down to kiss Nier, who after they parted began to lick the remaining juices from his face. "Nier-chan, turn yourself around and prop your ass up," Naruto said. Nier turned around slowly, still breathing heavily, and did what Naruto told her. Naruto then positions himself on top of Nier, bracing himself on the bed and wraps a hand around Nier's hip, before slowly entering her hole fully, and wraps his arm around her waist. "Nier, do you want me to move or wait?" "Naruto, move inside me. Please, I want you to," Nier moaned out. Naruto began to move inside Nier. "Naruto, go faster," Nier moaned loudly. Naruto began to slam into Nier's ass harder and faster. Nier began to scream out in pleasure. He continued to pound into her until he felt his end reaching, same as Nier. "Nier-chan, I'm coming," Naruto moaned. "Me too," Nier moaned, and with a final thrust, Nier felt Naruto explode inside of her. Naruto finished but remained inside of her and lied down before rolling his lover over and coming out with a pop and pulled up the blankets for them to fade off to sleep in each other's arms. And the night passed into a new dawn with some knocks at their room door. Nier was the first one to wake up, though she didn't know where she was. She went to open the door. As she opened the door, she found a familiar redhead whom she called Sensei. "Good morning, Sensei." Kushina's eyes twitched a bit seeing the genin without clothes. "Get decent and some clothes?" She pushed her student back, closing the door on her face, imagining what happened last night. Nier looked confused with still the sleepiness in her until she heard another voice from her room, or what she thought. "Oi, oi, don't just stand there with a dumb look, remember where you are and what happened," said Naruto. "Also come here, so I can heal your limp for the Chunin exams." Nier's eyes went wide as she turned towards the boy she had sexed like a horny teenager. "Are you regretting what you did yesterday?" "No, I thought we did it in my room, not yours," said Nier emotionlessly. "Oh, I thought you were regretting, then it would be my fault," said Naruto. We should clean up because Sensei is already looking mad," said Nier as she walked to Naruto, whose hand glowed green, and she felt a soothing feeling in her legs. Then the two genin did their morning job and went to the breakfast table where Haku was looking at them with curiosity, and their sensei/mother didn't respond at the matter. Haku shrugged of thinking those didn't do the ultimate thing, or they were great actors to hide their inner feelings as they acted like normal, and nothing happened. After the breakfast, Kushina wished them luck and went to the Hokage where she said she was called, and the genins went towards the academy. When the team reached the academy, they saw Izumo and Kotetsu sitting in front of room 201 with a frown. "Yo, Izumo, Kotetsu, you two are looking like the Uchiha bit your ass." Naruto laughed at his joke with Haku. The two eternal gate guards gave them a look saying, "Don't say the things which are obvious." Naruto laughed more. He went forward until he saw Sasuke in a fighting position against a green spandex-wearing boy. Hearing Sasuke again boasting about the Uchiha clan and Sharingan and how elite he is with his fangirl squealing behind him, Sasuke is going to embarrass himself again, isn't he? "Looks like it. That weird guy with the haircut is looking strong," said Haku. "It's a bad way to start the exams," said Nier. "Yo, everyone. How is Sasuke embarrassing himself today?" Naruto shouted to those in front of him. "Shut it, Baka. Sasuke-kun is going to beat that weirdo," screeched Sakura. "The dickless is embarrassing himself against that weirdo," said Sai. "Is he Guy's apprentice? Because no one in the whole continent would wear that green jumpsuit except Guy or his apprentice," said Naruto. "You're right, we're Team 9 under Guy Sensei. He is Rock Lee," said a voice. "And who might you be?" asked Naruto. "I'm Tenten." Her eyes trailed off from Naruto to his teammates and gasped seeing the blade at Haku's back. "That blade? It's Kubikirabocho. Where did you get it?" "I'm Haku Yuki. I was Zabuza's Momochi's apprentice, so after his death against my brother, Naruto's team, I wield it in my master's memory, said Haku. Between their talking they heard a crashing sound and found Sasuke crashed on the wall, courtesy of Rock Lee. Well, some people never learn. Naruto saw Sasuke went up in a rage to attack Lee, while Lee went for his forbidden technique which he saw in his previous life. Guy taught that Genin the 8 inner gates formation really ridiculous from him. Though he may be special enough to be taught that, said Minato. In the meantime, Guy appeared there to scold Lee for trying to use that technique then used their eternal sunset of youth, causing everyone to shudder. Both Guy and Lee are blooming in their springtime of youth. Naruto's words made everyone look at him with a disbelief, though he laughed it off. Sorry, but I'm not the strongest genin in my batch. It is Niji Hyuga, my teammate. Lee's gaze went to Naruto. You're Uzumaki Naruto, aren't you? I am, though I'm not gonna fight you here, said Naruto. That's why I'm looking for a fight with you in the future. Many shinobi recognized you as you have become one of the Shugenin Junichi, 12 Ninja Guardian. By impressing the daimyo and your leader, you will be my rival with Niji in the exams, said Lee. I appreciate it, and him I'm looking forward to fight against you, said Naruto. After that everyone went to designated room before finding Kushina saying the last requirement to enter at the exams to get with a full team what they knew from the beginning. They were welcomed by a large amount of killer intent upon entering the room which they ignored obviously then they saw all the rookie teams were present. Looks like all the rookies are here with the dead last and his misfit of team. Only he laughed but stopped when no one covered him up. Troublesome Naruto, you and Haku are now on a team and my old man said your sensei is that troublesome woman who used to terrorize the whole of Konoha at her time, said Shikamaru. Heh, I know my mom is awesome, said Naruto. You have a mom? You didn't say it before, must be someone unimportant, said Kiba. Heh, my mom fought alongside with the Yondaime against the Kyuubi 12 years ago. Naruto deadpanned. Without my mom's help, the Yondaime would have never defeated the Kyuubi. You're just exaggerating things, said Kiba. Naruto-kun is right Kiba-kun. Kushina-san was a fearsome woman from what my father said. She once beat her whole class single-handedly when they made her mad, said Hinata. Hinata is right. My old man feared that woman like he fears my mom, said Shikamaru. My mom said the same, Sakura said calmly. Oh look, the Uchiha whore said something good, Nier said. What did you say, bitch? Screeched Sakura. Shut it, Sakura. My ears are ringing at your voice, said Ino. Pig, Sakura yelled. Ino ignored her, making her madder. You guys should keep your voices down, the others are going to target you, said a voice. Kabuto Yakushi, you are still a genin, said Nier. If it isn't Nier, I never thought I would see you here, said Kabuto. You know this guy? Asked Naruto. Yeah, he was in the Chunin exams when I entered for the first time, it must be his 4th year. Do you still have those information cards? Asked Nier. Ah, it's my 7th time here, corrected Kabuto. And yes, I still have those cards. Kabuto took a bunch of cards. These are ninja information cards. If I feed chakra into them, it will show information about competitors. Show me information of Uzumaki Naruto, Yuki Haku, and Rock Lee, Sasuke said in a demanding tone. Oh, know the names, said Kabuto. Who cares about the dead last's information, said Kiba. Uzumaki Naruto, formerly from Team 7 and now from Team Kushina. His teammates are Yuki Haku and Hayashida Nier with their sensei Uzumaki Kushina. He has some Kage-level chakra resources which is impressive with 3 elemental nature manipulation as fire, wind, and lightning. Genjutsu is non-existent though master of ninjutsu with proficient. Total of D-ranked missions, 9 C-ranked, 7 B-ranked missions, and a single A-ranked mission in his pocket, very impressive. He is also a member of the Shugenin Junichi, 12 Ninja Guardians. Also there is a rumor that he is in a secret relationship with the daughter of current daimyo. Kabuto read from one of his cards. It's not true. She is fan of mine though, said Naruto. Yuki Haku, former apprentice of Zabuza Momochi, and the current wielder of the Executioner Blade, Kubi Kiribocho, master of silent killing, and has a bloodline limit known as Hayatan, and an excellent ninjutsu and ninjutsu user. And he continued with Lee's information too. How about you tell us about the elite of elite Uchiha Sasuke? I know he must have done some 1000 S-ranked missions in secret. Almost everyone laughed at Naruto's sarcasm towards the Uchiha. Hey, don't laugh. The Uchiha can flat all of us shinobi if he opens his mouth. Flat like his whore? Said Nier. I like this fucking Jinchuriki and the sliver-haired bitch. I would like to have a fucking drink with them after this shit is done, said Tayuya. Kabuto suppressed his laughter and took another one of his cards. Uchiha Sasuke, said Rookie of the Year. He is under Hatake Kakashi with his team Haruno Sakura and Sai with formerly Uzumaki Naruto. It said he has a bad reputation in Konoha, and he attempted to kill one of his teammates many times as he was arrested, and his shinobi ID was revoked for a time. 27 D-ranked mission with a C-ranked mission and have an elemental release of fire, a bit better than an average genin. Haku, near, he is better than some average genin. We should bow down to him, or he'll kick our asses in a moment. Another roar of laughter filled the class at what Naruto said, leaving the Uchiha fuming in anger. Hey shithead Uzumaki, you fucking impressed me. I would like to have a fucking date with you after these exams are over, laughed Tayuya out loud. You want a fuck or a date? I will agree to only one, said Naruto jokingly. Oh, I would like the first one but not from some brat with a small popsicle, said Tayuya, teasing back. Oh, I can show how large my popsicle is if you agree to taste it here, said Naruto. Oh, sure I can, but if I get some fucking jealous bitches who want my share then there will be a death match, so leave it, joked Tayuya. Haha, I agree with that, said Naruto. I'm Tayuya by the way, said Tayuya. You heard him, Uzumaki Naruto, said Naruto. At the time a smoke appeared in the room revealing a scarred Jonin with a bunch of Chunin. Alright maggots, you've had your nice fun time. Now I'm the proctor of the first phase of the exam, Marino Ibiki. My word is rule, and if you question me for something which I find useless then, I'll throw you out from this room. Ibiki saw some genin stiffen at his voice until he saw the troublesome Uzumaki. He internally sighed. Okay, now draw a token and sit where you will find your number matching. Naruto drew his number and found he was sitting between Hinata and another Konoha genin who had an exceptionally decent Chunin level chakra. He entered into his mind seeing his dad sitting there. Hey Tusan. Need some advice Naruto? Asked Minato. Nah, I want you to go for a sleep until the exams end, spoke Naruto. I want to complete the exams which I have learned, and if I need you, I will call you. Minato smiled. Very well. I will not interfere until I find any disturbance. Seeing Minato disappeared, Kurama revealed her human form again. You're getting some dirty ideas about these exams. You know me, I want to pass it Uzumaki Naruto style, Naruto smirked. At the first phase of the Chunin exams hall equals. What a bunch of crappy questions they are. I'm a ninja, not some mathematician or physics scientist, thought Naruto. Already 40 minutes had passed of the exams equals. Sakura wrote the answers by herself. Ino used her mind transfer jutsu to get hers, while Sasuke used his Sharingan to copy them. Ibiki and Chunin didn't react, but they knew how the cheatings are working. If I had Haku, then his ice mirrors could have helped me. Well, Naruto looked at his left side to see the examinee had no panic or anything from the beginning, then his eyes widened slightly. He is a Chunin, I have seen him before. What is a Chunin doing here? If it's from another village, then I would be suspicious that they entered to kill someone, but the old man would never do something like that. I get it, they are giving us information, it's an information gathering test like Dad told me. The moment Naruto yawned, then cracked his knuckles before slamming the Chunin's head on the table, rendering him unconscious. The whole class startled, looking at Naruto, who just took the paper of the Chunin and put his name in it. Ibiki was having an urge to facepalm knowing what Naruto did. When you have brute force you don't need stealth. That boy would never be stealthy but destroy everything in his path like Tsunade-sama, thought Ibiki, who then spoke. Okay, time's up, put your pens down. Seeing everyone followed his order, Ibiki was going to continue until he heard a screech that covered the hall. That baka cheated, he failed, screeched Sakura. Ibiki frowned to see the pink kunoichi, then looked at Naruto, who was impassive about the outburst. Now it's time for the 10th question, and if you don't want to take the question, then your score will be 0 and you fail. Of course we will take the question. What type of silly option is that? Shouted Kiba from his seat. Oh, there's a catch. If you take the question and answer it wrong, then you can never retake the Chunin exams again, said Ibiki with smirk at all the shock faces that he saw on some genin's faces. But there are many who are given it multiple times, shout Kiba loudly in anger. They became lucky that I wasn't there to make that rule, but I'm here now, said Ibiki, before looking at Naruto. You Uzumaki, your previous actions already gave me a bad impression on you. You should not push your luck. Why are you not throwing him out? We all saw him cheating, screeched Sakura. Did I ask you to speak genin? I will do whatever I want with my test. Ibiki harshly shot back. Ibiki-san, I know of a genin who killed 4 of the Kiri no Shinobigatana Shishinin Shu, 7 swordsmen of the mist, said Naruto. If I remember correctly, he was from Konoha. Ibiki smirked, knowing whom the blonde was talking about. To think someone from this generation still remembers him. But you're not him, so it's your last chance. In the Sengoku Jidai Warring States period, there was no rank like genin or chunin existed, though that era has passed. I still believe rank never judges your true strength. Although, I'm not some crippled old man with an eye and a hand who fawns over rank, spoke Naruto. Ibiki, with a few jonin and the Hokage who were watching this by camera or present there, were trying not to laugh, knowing whom Naruto was referring to. He is one funny kid. Looks like his jokes gave some of the candidates some confidence, thought Ibiki, who then spoke. All right, does anyone want to quit? Seeing everyone was determined, Ibiki sighed, and the exams ended. You all pass. Where is the 10th question? Asked Ino. There is no 10th question. Ibiki talked about the importance of the test and the surprise which could be in their future Chunin missions. If it is all about stealth, then what was that the Baka did in front of everyone? Screeched Sakura. Ibiki sighed. When you know about your enemy and your surrounding, and you have the upper hand, then you can just break in. You can see hard things, but sometimes things might be easy, but your experience can stop you from rushing in, and preparation might give your enemy an upper hand, so you have to do what would be right by your situation. It's not like you have to follow the rule with a blind eye. You have a brain and your presence of mind, so you have to use them. Well, maybe some people might not have them, though that is not my problem. Sakura sat down in embarrassment, with the whole room laughing at her, knowing that those insults were directed at her. Then Ibiki continued. Anyways, congratulations on Dash. Ibiki was stopped as something crashed through the window, and knowing what, he groaned. Ank, you're early. No, I'm not. I was waiting until you ended your speech because the kiddos will need it. Then Anko looked towards all the genin in the room. Holy shit, you let this much genin pass through you, you're going to lose your job soon. Maybe this year's batch is an interesting batch, said Ibiki. Anko snorted. Anyways, fuck it. I'll cut this number in half, you kiddos already saw me. So follow my lead and come to training ground 44. With that, Anko left, leaving her banner with breaking another part of the window. Ibiki sighed. Anyways, I was going to say the best of luck, because you'll need it. Naruto joined with his teammates. Well, now things will get crazy. Yeah. Nier slightly shivered at the name of training ground 44. Haku noticed that Nier was uncomfortable and glanced at Naruto, who was also giving her a worried look. Don't think about the first time. Me and my blade will not let you be harmed. Things have changed, Nier. We don't have to protect you since you are a strong kunoichi, but we will have your back if something goes wrong, said Naruto in a comforting tone. Nier let out a small sigh before placing her hands on her teammates' shoulders. We are a family. Seeing her both teammates smile, she led the way towards the next part of the exam. Team Kushina reached the entrance of the Forest of Death, with Anko explaining how the second phase of the Chunin exams. Taking a heaven scroll, Naruto reached the designated number for the team. Naruto looked to one side and found the Sun team on the left and Tayuya's team on their right. His head stopped working when he felt something crawling up his feet. He looked down with cold sweat running down from his forehead to see a small white snake slowly crawling up to his head. Naruto's teammates went to react, but Naruto stopped them with a signing them to wait. The snake slowly came to Naruto's neck and wrapped itself around his neck and slightly hissing. I'm not here to harm you, Uzumaki Naruto. A low voice came from the snake. A summons? Thought Naruto. Whose summon are you? Orochimaru-sama, said the snake. What does Orochimaru want from me? Questioned Naruto. To warn you about Code 9, said the snake. What is it? Asked Naruto. In the meantime, Anko started the second phase, and the teams entered the training ground to survive for 5 days. Do you two have any plans of just assault everyone in front of us? Asked Nier. It wouldn't be a good idea, said Haku. We'll wait. Let me hear what the snake is saying. I'm having a bad feeling to run into there, said Naruto. Code 9 is a perfect solider created from you and Uzumaki Kushina. You can simply say it is your clone. 9 means the 9 tails. It was created to counter and subdue the Jinchuriki, which is you, Danzo, and Orochimaru-sama created it, said the snake. So why are you telling me this? Asked Naruto. Because Orochimaru-sama was betrayed by Danzo and he was forced to leave Konoha. Danzo came to Orochimaru-sama for those inhuman projects by saying it will strengthen Konoha's military force. Orochimaru-sama accepted that for good of his village, but when the Sandaime caught him, Danzo put its blame to Orochimaru-sama. My lord wanted to do better for his village and he got no chance to explain since no one supported him, explained the snake. Okay, so Danzo betrayed Orochimaru even though Orochimaru wasn't innocent. He was kidnapping children. Naruto was paused by the snake. Correction, Danzo used to supply bodies, not my lord. After being exiled from Konoha, he is protecting the village from outside like threats of Akatsuki for years, said the snake. You half convinced he wanted good. But Danzo twisted him, so tell me about Code 9, asked Naruto. It is waiting for you somewhere in the forest since Danzo wanted to subdue both you and the Uchiha. Dozens of Root ANBU is waiting for your arrival, though you don't have to deal with them since Orochimaru-sama is here to protect you. But you need to fight against Code 9. Since you can subdue Code 9 without letting it destroy itself because Code 9 is basically you with a new personality and brainwashed, explained the snake. I get it, though enlighten me how to subdue the Code 9 because I don't want to overuse my brain here, said Naruto. Like I said, Code 9 is you and it is made of your cells, said the snake. My cells will react to me and that's how I can subdue him without killing him, said Naruto. Code 9 is female since Danzo wanted to reproduce more soldiers from Code 9, said the snake. Also it's a female to counter because only male and female can counterpart each other. Naruto blushed slightly knowing what he has to do to subdue his female counterpart. Okay guys, let's go. I have to fight myself. What was that? Asked Haku. I'll tell it on the way, said Naruto. Team Kushina traveled for 3 hours at a medium pace with a high alert of their surroundings. Learning what the crippled elder said for their team, all of them were worried and Naruto was worried. And Naruto was worried more than other two since Kushina was also in Danzo's target nation. This time Danzo don't want them, so their death will let him loose since the disappearance of the Jinchuriki, the last Uchiha and the next Hokage will cause an uproar for the current Hokage. Naruto knew it will give Danzo a chance to become Hokage, though he stopped those thoughts because he has one thing to do. Only if Naruto subdued his counterpart Code 9, then it will jeopardize Danzo's plans for sure, and from what Orochimaru knew, Danzo didn't know Code 9's strength is also her weakness. Naruto, we are surrounded, said Haku. Naruto came out from his thoughts and looked at the darkness of night. Haku also took out his blade with near-positioned herself weapons. In a blink, they were surrounded by 4 dozen of Root ANBU. Danzo really didn't take us lightly, knowing one mistake will be his downfall, but it's really his downfall. Naruto saw a female ANBU wearing a mini black skirt with an ANBU vest and mesh stockings. She threw herself towards him and he spun around, grabbing the ANBU's hand and threw her in another direction, then went behind her to fight. Looks like it us only until Naruto is done with Code 9, said Nier. You're not going to say something about Naruto's confrontation with Code 9? Questioned Haku. Why should I? He is doing what is right, said Nier. But you want to stop, said Haku. Maybe, but it will be selfish of me. I know that I'm wanted by someone, and he will not discard me, said Nier. Well, I hope both my brother and my teammates will be happy, said Haku. You two youngsters should watch your enemies. You're distracted, said a voice. Haku saw a pale-skinned man formed from the ground, immediately recognized who he was. Orochimaru. I hope I don't have to protect you from them because I won't, said Orochimaru. We can protect ourselves, just don't throw your enemies towards us, said Haku. Kukuku, suit yourselves and don't die on me because I won't take any responsibilities either, said Orochimaru. Meanwhile, with Naruto Naruto made enough distance between his team and him with Code 9 but looked at the female and frowned. Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, I have come for you, the masked female said. Hey, since you're my counterpart, then how are you taller than me? Asked Naruto. She didn't reply but charged at Naruto. Naruto made a cross with his hands to block the kick, but saw she raised her other leg to kick Naruto's head. He was about to make distance from her, but a flash of her purple underwear made him blush and he took the full force of the kick on his head. Ouch! Naruto didn't get another moment as he felt another kick on his chest and crashed into a large tree. Code 9 threw a bunch of shuriken. She did the hand seals for Shuriken Kagebushin no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu, and her 6 shuriken became 40. Crap! Naruto jumped up and made some hand seals. Futon, Daitapa, Wind Release, great breakthrough. His wind release scattered the incoming shurikens as she eyed the kunoichi for her next movement. How much does she have? Kage level Churka, seems like when she was created some jutsu was encoded into her that her skills, chakra will increase when you come near her. The stronger you are, the stronger she will be, explained Kurama. Seems like some sort of lost puppet jutsu, said Naruto. Yes, you are right, she is making a mind-link contract with your mind and trying to take my chakra, said Kurama. I get it. Naruto flashes through some hand seals. Raitun, Furishisutpu, lightning release, flash step, he disappeared in a flash. Code 9 began doing the same hand seals, she activated the same jutsu to disappear. For some next minutes 2 flashes of lightnings collided with each other, leaving only sparks behind. Naruto stopped his jutsu and panted slightly, though he had a mask in his hand, and saw Code 9's face, which resembled to him in a feminine way. Code 9's legs were bleeding due to the usage of the high-speed jutsu, though she didn't show any emotions on that. Kurama, do you know what she is feeling? Asked Naruto. She is in pain, though she doesn't know what pain is. All she knows is how to carry her mission, and if she failed then she has to destroy herself, said Kurama. Okay, let's fight first. Naruto throws a bunch of Hiraishin kunai. Code 9 dodged all of the kunai and threw some kunai at Naruto. Naruto took out another kunai to deflect them, but his eyes widened as he heard some sizzling sound. Without wasting a moment, he teleported to the furthest kunai to save himself from the exploding tags. Kagebushin no Jutsu, Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto created 30 shadow clones and all of them attacked in coordination. Code 9 used her taijutsu skills to destroy every last of clone to meet another horde of clones. It took her 4 minutes to dispatch every last clone to see a beam of fire coming towards her. Katan, Meteomashu no Jutsu, fire release, meteor mash technique, said Naruto. Code 9 backflipped many times but then saw a beam divided into 5 with those divided into 25 then those divided into more. Seeing no escape, she flashed some hand seal, then slammed her hands on the ground to create a dohiki, mud wall. Naruto slightly smirked knowing her dohiki, mud wall, would collapse. Like Naruto thought, the very small beams of fire penetrated the wall and her behind the wall. Code 9 didn't wince in pain, though the ANBU vest of her burned, showing her belly with burn marks. Naruto didn't waste any moment but high-reshined at her courtesy of the seal mark he gave her when he touched her for the first time. He was surprised when her eyes followed his movement and created the same Rasengan her created. Code 9's Rasengan was about to clash with Naruto's, but Naruto disappeared, and she hit the air. I win! Naruto reappeared at the same spot and slammed the jutsu in her gut. Code 9 coughed blood before pinned on the ground by the blonde Jinchuriki. Kurama now. When Code 9 struggled in Naruto's bind, he quickly mouthed sorry, before his lips crashed onto hers. Code 9 didn't know what was happening with her body when a foreign chakra entered her body by the blonde locked his lips with hers. She may not know her body knows how to react as her body heated up and her legs became weak, and she wanted to stop resisting. She got an idea that it was her defeat, so she needed to activate her seal to destroy herself like she was programmed to, but found her hands unconsciously locked with the blonde's. Naruto licked the counterpart of his lips while rubbing her exposed belly slowly, and her burn marks and Rasengan marks started to vanish. Aha! Code 9 moaned at the soothing churka disrupting her system, but she let it go in her and opened her mouth to let the tongue entered in her. Naruto looked at her and the moonlight fell down upon her face looking like an exposed goddess. When the kiss ended, he sat on Code 9 and said, "What is your name? What is purpose?" Code 9 struggled to stay quiet and opened her mouth. I'm Code 9. My purpose is to... Her voice stopped when she wanted to speak. Naruto knew what was stopping, so he stripped her naked with a small blush and found a seal under her right breast. So it is blocking you. He grabbed a scroll and pointed it on the seal before making some hand seals. Fuinjutsu, Shiru Kyushu, sealing technique, seal absorption. Naruto touched his fingers on the seal and dragged it out from her to the scroll. Code 9 moaned with a blush at the moment with a shiver when the cold breeze touched her exposed body. What is your purpose? Naruto asked again. My purpose is to capture the Kyuubi Jinchuriki and become its Jinchuriki to make Danzo-sama's dream true, said Code 9. What are you to Danzo? Asked Naruto. A puppet? Code 9 knew she was a puppet to her master, but she didn't know many words, emotions, or actions, so she never complained. What are you feeling? Asked Naruto. What is feeling? Asked Code 9. Naruto was silent for a moment before taking off his jacket and mesh shirt. He pressed his upper body with hers and their forehead touched. You felt cold when you were exposed. Now you have calmed down because you felt warmth through me. When I kissed you, you felt pleasure. I don't get it, said Code 9. It will take a time, but from now you're not Code 9, you're not a puppet, said Naruto. Then who am I? What is my purpose? Code 9 said in a slight frustrated tone. You're looking beautiful under the moon. You hid it in darkness, but the moon shows your true beauty, so you're Teo. I name you Teo, said Naruto. Teo, Code 9 repeated. We'll find your purpose together. Naruto again locked his lips on hers. Code 9 squirmed under Naruto when his hand roamed on her upper body. It's not the first time she was exposed in front if a man, but before this many men touched her body, though she never felt that because her only goal was to complete the mission she was given. This time is different. She first felt uneasy, but then his warmth stopped her and let Naruto do whatever he wanted with her. The moment she started to feel, she wanted to feel everything. At her early age, she questioned about many things to her master, but she was never so her questions stopped. Then she forgot about questions just to mindlessly do her job, but after years she questioned again. Naruto ended the kiss to see Teo was in many thoughts, and he smiled at her. Teo slightly blushed then spoke. What were you talking about, counterparts? I'm Naruto, I'm you. Naruto is Teo and Teo is Naruto, we're counterparts, we're each other, explained. You love me? Asked Teo. Do you know what love is? Asked Naruto. No, whenever I was like these men used to say they love me before they put their genital in me, said Teo. Why did you let them? Asked Naruto. Because I was needed to collect their sperm or assassinate them, said Teo. Did you feel something in those times? Asked Naruto. Pain, said Teo. I see, do you know what friend is? Asked Naruto. Friend is a person close to you, said Teo. Where did you learn this? Asked Naruto. My friend told me when we were training, said Teo. What happened to your friend? Asked Naruto. We were tasked to kill each other, so we fought, and I killed her, said Teo. She said she gave up on her life so I can live. I can live like I want with freedom. I didn't understand what she wanted to tell. I didn't learn them, said Teo. Naruto was silent for a moment. Teo, what was Danzo's order for if you failed the mission? I have failed to complete my mission. I have to destroy myself, said Teo. Do you really want to destroy yourself? Asked Naruto. You said by yourself that your dead friend wanted you to live long with freedom. Do you really want to end your life? I have to. It's my master's order, said Teo. No master want their assets to die. If he wants that, then he is not your master, he doesn't want you, said Naruto. Then what should I do? How can I live? Questioned Teo. You will, from the next morning you will not be a cold-hearted assassin. Do you want me to hug you to sleep? Asked Naruto. Why yes, that would nice, said Teo. Alright, Naruto said as he hugged her to sleep. For the rest of the night, Naruto hugged Teo to sleep. Teo enjoyed the warmth and lovingness from Naruto. Eventually Nier and Haku joined sleep next him, with Nier hugging the back of Naruto. The next morning The next morning everyone had woken up. So what happened last night? Asked Naruto as he helped Teo up and put his shirt back on. We got the heaven scroll, so we passed. We should get to the tower soon, said Nier, a little upset that Naruto hugged Teo instead of her. Let's get to the central tower, said Haku, and they raced off. The same night Team Kushina was attacked with Team 7 at another corner of Forest of Death. The team was tired because of Sasuke, who went to challenge almost everyone who came in front of them, with Sakura cheering for him from behind doing nothing. Nearly two-time Team 7 lost their scrolls because Sasuke picked up fights, but Sai managed to save both Uchiha and his fangirl with the scrolls. Currently they are resting under a tree with Sai went to lose his pressure. Sasuke stood up, activating his Sharingan, spinning wildly in the darkness of night. Sakura also stood but hid behind Sasuke after hearing some small bells ringing. We are surrounded by enemies. The moment she said that they were surrounded by some dozens of rude ANBU. Who are you? You are not looking like competitors, said Sasuke. We're here to kill you and your team. Our master ordered not to damage the eyes, said on the root ANBU, which we will call RA from now on. HN, you know I'm an elite, but still you came to fight me. How pathetic of you, said Sasuke. You're just a nuisance to our master. With that, the RA attacked Sasuke with full speed. Sasuke was surprised to see the speed. His eyes followed the RA, though his body wasn't capable of to go with his eye, but he managed to dodge the kick aiming at his chest. The moment Sasuke dodged that, some more ANBU came for his with full speed, but amazingly Sasuke dodged every last of them. Sasuke had a small cocky smirk knowing he was untouchable with his Sharingan, Katan, Gokakyu no Jutsu, fire release, great fireball technique. With necessary hand signs he threw the jutsu thinking many of them would die. The RA easily dodged the fireball and threw kunai with explosive tags on it. Sasuke saw all of them and readied himself to return them back, though one tag blasted behind him, giving him a nasty burn on his back. He winced in pain but realized there are more of them, and he would be dead if he was hit 2 or 3 times. Sasuke closed his eyes thinking of his Uchiha luck and would do something, and it did. Some kunai came and deflected the explosive kunai, and those kunai blasted from a distance from Sasuke. Sasuke opened his eyes when the explosives didn't blast on his face and saw Sakura was holding some kunai. He smirked knowing Sakura did something useful. "Go ahead, Sasuke-kun. I'm here with you, my love," cheered Sakura. It didn't take much time when an ANBU shined to Sakura and grabbed her by her long hair to throw her far. Despite the feeling of pain, he retaliates against those RA trying to kill him, but the pain slowed him down. Sasuke helplessly got kicked 9 times between 9 RA, then he was slammed on a bark of tree with the 10th kick. When Sasuke burned back was rubbed at the spiky wood, he screamed in pain. "Damn you!" Sasuke roared in pain. Before Sasuke could act, another volley of hard kicks jammed in his gut before a large fireball coming towards him. He desperately tried to find an opening, but unable to find it, he shouted in frustration before the world in front of him more slowed down. Seeing the world slowed down, he was able to see the attacks clearly and dodged barely the attack. The next moment wasn't the easiest moment he had after Itachi placed him in a genjutsu. Every last of the RA attacked him. Sasuke unlocked the 3rd tomo in each eye, which caused him more pain instant. Sasuke was overwhelmed with pain that caused him to fade into unconsciousness. "Sasuke-kun!" Sakura screeched and frantically tried to reach at her love, wanting to die with her lover if failed to save him. Some RA took out small katana and jumped on Sasuke to give the blow. But with a gust of wind, all of them scattered and 2 people stood there guarding Sasuke. Sakura immediately recognized those faces as Kimimaro and Jugo, though she didn't know their names. Then she heard a melody played when some monsters appeared and attacked the RA group. "Oi, fucking bubblegum princess, take that fucking Uchiha, get the fuck out of here. We have some fucking businesses with them," said Tayuya. Sakura wanted to speak, but seeing her unconscious Uchiha, she dragged him out somehow, knowing she didn't have enough strength to carry. "Don't let any of them slip through. Kill every last one," said Kimimaro. The same time with Team Kushina . "They are better than I thought." Near shot a blue beam of chakra from her gun, which was glowing blue with her chakra. Haku shot some Koridan no Jutsu, ice bullets technique, to penetrate his enemy's skin, then freeze the inner muscle to kill them. "Why we are fighting in front, but the Sannin is almost doing nothing? I am seeing is you two are worthy of my protection or not," Orochimaru hissed at the Hayatan user. "It's not every day you see a Hayatan user with a versatile Kenjutsu user fighting like this. What about Naruto? He is alone with a cold-blooded assassin even if it's his clone," said Haku. "It's because his clone, he can only change her emotions and give her feelings. Only Naruto can make the puppet to a human, so forget about him and fight yours," said Orochimaru. Haku sighed. "Near, how about we impress a Sannin with our combination attack? Without Naruto it would be less effective, but do it." Near put the gun at a strap on her tight thigh, then took out her signature blade. Makio Hyosho, secret technique, demonic ice mirrors. Haku used the underground water which Orochimaru dug up for her to use Suetun, water release, to create a large dome of ice mirrors trapping everyone inside of it. Then he went inside the mirror taking her stance for attack. Near took a deep breath, then gathered as much chakra under her feet to jump down at the middle, swinging her blade to cut 2 RA in front of her. Orochimaru watched from outside with disappointment when most of Near's attacks missed to land a hit. But then he felt something and realized that whoever hit the mirror to dodge Near, then got stabbed by Kubikurabocho. His view changed into amusement that no one was able to come out because of Haku's speed. That boy's speed in the ice mirrors are amazing, he can give a veteran Jonin trouble with that speed. Orochimaru's thoughts ended when he noticed the dome was shrinking, taking more space from the occupants to dodge Near's attacks. "I get it how it works now, the Hayatan boy traps everyone inside of that dome, and unless you have Doton Earth release, you can't get out because of Naruto and that girl. The girl is a heavy hitter rather than a speedster, so a direct hit from her and serious injury. Then Naruto-kun is the speedster inside to dispatch as many enemies as possible in the beginning to leave the rest for the girl, or those who are near the perimeter get stabbed by the Kubikirabocho. They are really amazing. Haku and Nier took out the enemies who didn't have Earth Chakra to get underground to get out from the dome. When their collaboration jutsu ended, only 18 remained from 35, though they met Orochimaru outside, who summoned snakes to devour them. Your jutsu still have some gaps without your third teammate, and try to cover the ground so your enemies can't get out via Doton, Earth Release, said Orochimaru. I never faced anyone with Doton, Earth Release, so it never came in my mind, but I'll try to add this, said Haku. What's next? Nier looked at Sannin, wanting to know. Now wait for Naruto-kun until he finished his job, said Orochimaru. Current time. Forest of Death with Team Kushina, Orochimaru, and Teo =====. I guess everything went well? Questioned Orochimaru. I think yes. Naruto looked towards his clone and said, Who are? What is your purpose? I'm Teo. I'm still finding my purpose, Teo said with a half-emotionless tone. Who am I? Who is Danzo? Questioned Naruto. Your friend. Danzo is no one to me, answered Teo. Teo? Son? Questioned Nier. I thought she needed a name, so I have her a name, which was because I was thinking about Ka-san. Anyways, what did you feel last night? Kindness, friendship, and happiness, said Teo. She is still new to emotions, so it will take a good amount of time to make her normal human. She broke the forbidden puppet jutsu while I took out the seal Danzo placed on her, also the self-detonation seal too, said Naruto. You did amazing. Not only I have to confront Danzo, Sasuke-kun is also safe, said Orochimaru. No, I have already assigned someone to kill Danzo, who still has a grudge over him, said Naruto. Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. Who? It's a secret for now though. Thank you for your assistance. If you didn't alert, then we would be caught off guard, said Naruto. How is Kushina doing? Did she find out that she can use Mokuton, would release? Asked Orochimaru. You knew? Asked Naruto. Of course. I'm the man who studied her for years. I couldn't let a Konoha shinobi harm, said Orochimaru. Heh, you're softer than Jiraiya and the old man used to say. I hope you can present the truth to the old man, said Naruto. You don't need to worry. I should take my leave. With that, Orochimaru sunk into the ground. He is gone, said Naruto. To think Konoha's said biggest traitor is actually a good man, said Haku. Yeah, anyways, let's go to the tower since we have 2 scrolls, said Naruto. What about her? Nier pointed towards Teo. I'll teleport her with my clone at home, said Naruto. So you can cuddle with her more, Nier teased. If you want, I'll cuddle you when we get to the tower, Naruto teased back. Alright, do it fast, Nier said a little seriously. I don't want that Uchiha whore shouting loser because they finished before us. Teo, I'm sending you home. It will be your new home until things settle down, said Naruto. Yes, Naruto, Teo said. Naruto nodded at the girl before making a clone to teleport them to his home, then sighed. Well, let's head to the tower. After that, Team Kushina progressed towards the tower without talking to each other, so not to be caught by other teams. Reaching at the tower at the 4th evening, they opened their scrolls to summon someone so they could say they passed. To their surprise, it was their sensei Kushina appeared with a bright radiating smile on her face, knowing which team summoned her. Congratulations on clearing the 2nd stage of the Chunin exams. I'm very proud of you 3, said Kushina with her smile. Thank you, sensei, said Nier. Naruto just smiled, assuring his mother that something must have happened in the forest. So, care to tell me what happened in the forest? Asked Kushina. Nothing, Ka-san. Naruto met some who looked just like him and tried to kill, said Haku. Kushina blinked twice and heard Nier sigh before she snapped. What? Mom, send a Kagebushin, shadow clone, so I can teleport it home so you can learn something from her. We are here to talk about those things also, said Naruto. Kushina nodded dumbly and created a Kagebushin, shadow clone, to send it at their home. Well, I'll listen, but first you should get cleaned up and get something to eat. Also, you're the first Konoha team and the 3rd team to finish the stage. Only the Suna team and Odo team finished before you. If you don't mind, Mai and Naruto will take a shower first. With that, she dragged Naruto to the room that they got. Things are getting serious between them. She turned gaze from the lovebirds to her adopted son. It should be. But do you think that they are going a little too fast? But can you tell what happened the night when Nier stayed with Naruto? Asked Haku. I didn't know anything expect I found her coming out naked from Naruto's room, so I guessed what a normal person should guess, said Kushina. Though I didn't press the matter since it's Naruto and her personal life, and until they did some mistake I shouldn't speak. Nier clearly has feelings for Naruto. Do you think she will be okay once once he leaves for the fire capital? Asked Haku. Who is the girl from the forest? Asked Kushina. Naruto will explain her later, but I'll tell you her name. Her name is Teo, said Haku. Kushina chuckled. Our family is so not normal. Later that night So Orochimaru is here as a good guy who just wanted good for his village, and when he learned he was doing things wrong as he tried to make his wrong right. Kushina basically summed things up. It was all Danzo who twisted Orochimaru and betrayed him to save his life, and he sent his forces to attack you, but Orochimaru warned you and saved you. Yes, Naruto confirmed. Okay, Nier and Haku, can I have some lone time with Naruto? The two genin did question her, but they nodded, and they left the Kasan and Sochi alone in the room. Naruto, I have no problem accepting Teo as my Musume daughter. I'll be happy to do that, but what about you? How do you see her? As a Shisuda sister or something else? Asked Kushina. I only see her a my Shisuda, Kasan, nothing else, said Naruto. Then why did you not reclothe her after removing the seal? Kushina said a little angrily. Naruto didn't reply for a moment, then slowly replied, Kasan, I was very tried, and I guess I really didn't care. What was Minato doing? Asked Kushina. I told Tusan to sleep because I wanted to finish the exams by myself without his help, said Naruto. Even if he is sleeping his training, jutsus, seal's already helping me out. Okay, anyways, you don't see her as a lover, and why is that? Is it because of Nier? Asked Kushina. Maybe because I promised her that I'll not betray her feeling and dash. Your actions nearly did, Kushina completed for Naruto. Let's see if you did good in joy and you filled her with enough emotions so she could break the jutsu. Naruto nodded in agreement. You succeeded to secure the present, but what about the future? I finished what I wanted to say, now you think by yourself that you will do. Ka-san. Naruto called her, seeing she was going out from the room, thinking she is angry and disappointed. Kushina turned to Naruto and gave him a small smile. I'm not angry at you, but a very little bit disappointed. I don't want you to become a womanizer. You may remember what the vices are, I said. Yeah, I remember, said Naruto. I know you find out what you want. Kushina went out from the room to find out her next target. Nier, Kushina called the teen. Yes, sensei, she said with smile. I didn't come here to say something on behalf of my son, but just something I wanted to say, said Kushina. Sensei, why would I listen something on Naruto? He didn't do anything, said Nier. But you are a little upset with it, I can sense it. I'm a Ka-san, said Kushina. I'm a little upset, but only because he cuddled with her, but it was in a brotherly way. It's stupid for me to be upset about it, said Nier. It's perfectly normal, Nier. You truly are made for Naruto, said Kushina. Thank you, sensei. I'm upset, but it is not that bad, and I'm sure if Naruto does something like that, he had a reason, said Nier. At least you realized it, said Kushina. Now you should rest. There is still a day before the second phase ends. On the fourth day, Team 9 appeared 3 hours after Team Kushina and Team 8 at late night. Team 10 reached at the 5th day morning with Team 7, which was the last team to complete the stage before timeout. Team Kabuto reached after the time and disqualified, though Kabuto knew his job was done in the Forest of Death to track Team Kushina, so they could reach without trouble from Danzo. Orochimaru, Danzo said the name with venom before smacking his cane into the ground. He knew how to control Code 9 even if I made it with cautions. Is Code 9 captured or dead? Orochimaru did gain control over Code 9 using the Jinchuriki against her strength, but they couldn't break the puppet jutsu, so it destroyed itself, said an RA. Another setback. No, there's no setback this time. I'll gain control over Konoha and become Hokage this time, said Danzo. What is our order, sir? Said the RA. Activate our sleeper cells, said Danzo. At the 5th day of the evening, Tower of Training Ground 44 =====. Team 7 just arrived there with a fully battered Sasuke carried by a link lion. Team Kushina was having light food at that time when their eyes went to Kakashi's team. You baka are ahead of us mean you cowardly sneaked on some weak team to get a scroll and ran away. Sakura made smug face and said, Sasuke-kun fought against strong enemies alone and gathered 3 scrolls. Thank you for saying by yourself that you're pathetically weak. Naruto grunted in annoyance. Go and give a lap dance to the Uchiha and stop annoying me. Why you? Sakura tried to continue, but 2 sausages flew into her mouth to stop her from speak. Those who were present saw Naruto and Nier stop Sakura's bickering, but then everyone looked wide-eyed that Sakura licked them before swallowing them and coughed. No wonder you're whore, you easily swallowed them, said Nier. Sakura's face was red in anger and embarrassment when Nier said this, and some boys blushed looking at her. No, now Sakura, you said you were exhausted some moments ago. How about you go and rest? It's the 5th day already, so you may have to return tomorrow, said Kakashi. Sakura paled slightly, knowing if the history repeats, then they might have no savior next time. Damn, that dobe is in real foul mood, said Kiba. Hinata gave a worried glance to her crush and his teammates who were in the same mood as Naruto. What made him so pissed? Questioned Shikamaru out loud. Why do you think Naruto is pissed? It's Sakura, who is annoying, said Ino. Ino, something happened between you and Sakura? Asked Shikamaru. I know whatever you said, but you saw her as your friend, but your current interaction with her is saying you don't see her like you used to. You are right. I don't see her my friend anymore after how she insulted me that night. As a Yamanaka, I can tell she needs an asylum with a psychiatrist. She is beyond my help and I'll not bother to help her either, said Ino. I see the point here. She must upset you at the point you gave up on her. I don't blame you. She is too troublesome to deal with, said Shikamaru. Next day at the Forest of Death Tower Congratulations on passing the 2nd phase of Chunin exams. Anko eyed at the 7 teams that passed through the forest. Hokage-sama will proceed further. Thank you, Anko. Hiruzen cleared his throat to give his speech about the importance of the Chunin exams through the Shinobi Nation. Hokage-sama, may I? Said Genma. Yes, Gunma. Please continue, said Hiruzen. I'm Shiranui Gunma and I'll be the proctor of the 3rd part of the Chunin exams. From now you are on your own, so you won't affect your team-by-team performance, though before I continue, if someone want to quit then you are welcome. Genma waited for some moments, but seeing no one was ready to quit, so he continued. From now it will be head-to-head fight and the fight will end until one of 2 will surrender or unconscious or dead, though I'm here to stop unwanted deaths. You will stop when I'll tell you to stop, and if not then you will be disqualified. Now your names will appear in the board randomly. After hearing the instructions, Naruto sat in lotus position with eyes closed. The names on the spine and stopped on Kimimaro and Rock Lee. Kimimaro and Rock Lee, come to the arena, said Genma. Yash, I'll show my springtime of youth first. Lee jumped down to the arena. I hope you can give me a food challenge. Kimimaro steadily came down. When Genma started the battle, Lee immediately sprinted towards his opponent for a devastating kick. Kimimaro took the kick on his chest and skidded back without any pained expression. Impressive. I once thought you were going to break my bones. Your bones are stronger, Kimimaro-san, said Lee. Sure, they are. Kimimaro placed his right on his left shoulder and bone came out tearing his flesh. I belong to extinct Kagaya clan, and I can manipulate my bones. It's my Kekiai Genkai. He attacked Lee with great speed with his bone. Lee jumped enough far to dodge the bone from a heavy hit, but he noticed a cut appeared on his chest. My bones are also sharp to cut, said Kimimaro. YOSH, you're a new type of opponent. Lee backflipped, then rocked up with a kick again. A bone sprung out from his arm and became larger like a shield to block Lee's kick. Lee didn't stop but continued attack until he breaks Kimimaro's bone defense. Every time Lee attacked Kimimaro, he just made the bone shield to block the attacks. Lee's attacks were fast enough to put him in a corner from the beginning. Your attacks aren't giving me any pain, Rock Lee. I'm sorry, Guy-sensei, but I have to use this. Lee unwrapped his bandages from his wrist before darting towards Kimimaro, who tried to stop Lee from using his attack with some bone bullets coming out from the tips of his finger. Lee dodged every bone bullet and wrapped the bandages around Kimimaro and held him from behind before launching upwards. Primary Lotus. Lee spined downwards with Kimimaro and slammed him on ground harshly. Guy, you taught him a kinjutsu, said Kakashi. Lee is not blessed with ninjutsu and jinjutsu, so taijutsu is his only option to complete with others. It may be not flashy, but it is effective, said Guy. Lee was waiting for a response from the crater where he planted Kimimaro and he got by a skull. Everyone stiffened seeing a skull was thrown with a chain just looking like a spine. When the dust cleared, everyone saw Kimimaro was standing with a chained skull and a predatory smirk on his smirk. "You broke almost every bone of my upper body with that taijutsu," said Kimimaro. "Without my Kekiai Genkai, I would be half dead by now, though it's your time to dodge." Rock Lee was surprised when Kimimaro shunshined in front of him, spinning his spine like chain, then the skull was smashed on his chest very hard as he crashed back on a wall. Kimimaro didn't waste a moment before throwing his skull on Lee, who vanished, and his weapon made a giant crater at Lee's previous position. Lee appeared being Kimimaro with a kick and slammed him in a wall. Wincing in pain, Kimimaro shot out a bone coming out from his palm and, followed by his skull spine weapon towards Lee, used the bone spear like a jump pad before kicking the skull out of his way. He spined towards, and before he could give a massive blow, he felt something went through his gut. In the nick of time, Kimimaro made another bone spear coming out from his palm and pierced Lee's gut with it. Lee gasped in pain but went to a distance before pulling it out, wincing in pain. He didn't recover from the pain, but the skull smashed on his chest, and he crashed on the hand signs graved there. "Surrender, Rock Lee, or it will be more painful to continue," said Kimimaro. "Lee, my youthful student," shouted Guy. "Guy-sensei." Lee winced in pain when he tried to move. "Lee, take them off. It's time to show what beast you are," shouted Guy. Lee weakly saluted before pulling away his leg warmer to show some weights. He released his weights and let them fall on ground. "HMMP, that weirdo thinks releasing some weights will give him upper hand." Her thoughts died down when those weights dropped with an earthquake. Everyone watched with wide eyes while some of them sighed. "You really overdid it," said Kakashi. "Now I'm free. Even if I'm in pain, I'll show my youthness," Lee said and disappeared in a blur before kicking on Kimimaro's face. Kimimaro gasped when Lee's kick hurt him, but he couldn't keep up with his speed and knocked up badly. He is fast, Kimimaro thought, and tried to make bone shield all over his body, but Lee already hurt him badly. "I don't have much chakra to heal my bones and create new ones. This guy is insane," Kimimaro thought. After dealing a good amount of damage, he stopped feeling tremendous pain through his body. "This is my chance." Kimimaro quickly threw his weapon and wrapped Lee into the chain. "RRJH." Lee screamed in pain when the spiky spine dug in his flesh, and he was smashed on ground very hard many times. Smashing Lee many times, Kimimaro was sure he broke some bones, then unwrapped him from his blind to smash the skull on him painfully. "Proctor, call the match. He isn't walking up anymore." "No!" Lee barely stood up and looked at his sensei. "Sorry, Guy-sensei." Lee opened 5 of the 8 gates. Opening them, he got momentarily tremendously power. Kimimaro was shocked to see the Hashiman when Kakashi was telling Sasuke about the forbidden jutsu and its outcome. Sasuke's gaze went to Naruto, who was still meditating, and he smirked. "Dobe, look, that is how people fight. Not some coward like you who just passed by sneaking." Many frowns appear in the arena, though Naruto didn't say a thing as he stayed still. "Dobe, you should listen to your superiors." Then Sasuke went to kick Naruto's head. "Gunma. Uchiha Sasuke, if you do what you are going to do, then I will disqualify you," said Gunma. "What? I didn't break any rules, you can't do that," said Sasuke. "I said I'm the proctor here, so my word is absolute. Whatever I'll command, you have to listen," said Gunma. "Tsh," Sasuke grunted in annoyance. Back to the fight. With blinding speed, Lee charged at the last Kagaya with a monstrous punch. Kimimaro was nowhere near to evade that, and after taking it, he felt his ribcage just broke and he let out a scream. Rock Lee wasn't done, so he prepared for the reverse lotus. Kimimaro knew it was his end, but he tried a last-ditch effort. Lee completed the reverse lotus and jumped out from there knowing he won. Though his face faltered when he saw a pile of bones, then he sensed something coming from his behind. "Just accept your loss," shouted Kimimaro. "Never!" Lee threw a kick towards Kimimaro. 2 bones came out from Kimimaro's palms and lunged towards Lee. At the next moment, Lee's kick connected on Kimimaro's chest. His bone spears punctured both of his lungs. Kimimaro crashed in a wall, losing his consciousness for extreme pain and blood loss. On the other hand, Lee stayed standing even after he was unconscious through his willpower. "Both participants are unable to continue. It's draw. No one qualified for the finals," said Gunma. After declaring the match result, Guy and Kimimaro's teammates came down to see them, and medics took them to hospital before they lose their life. Next match, Gunma looked at board which showed Haruno Sakura and Fujishiro near. Will Haruno Sakura and Fujishiro Nier come down? Yes. It's time for payback, bitch, for insulting me and Sasuke-kun earlier, said Sakura. Nier came down to the battlefield taking out her giant sword. Genma eyed both the competitors. He started the match. Fight! Come on, you card bitch, you're gonna fight with that big sword. Fight me in hand-to-hand combat, or are you trying to kill me like your previous teammates? Taunted Sakura. Nier narrowed her eyes to Sakura and waited to know what Sakura would say. Sakura continued. Don't give me that look, slut. I did some research about you. You're the whore who got laid in the Forest of Death some years ago. Sakura smirked. Did that baka Naruto keep you warm for the last 3 nights in the forest? You two would be some good couple, a loser and a whore. It's fitting. Nier's grip tightened on her sword. And you thought I would be friends with someone like her who thinks this little to everyone, said Ino. Sakura is provoking her, but it's clear that she meant everything, said Shikamaru. Sakura, it will not end very well for you to provoke an enemy like her, said Kakashi. What an unyouthfully kunoichi. I'm disappointed, said Guy. Nier is gonna cut her in half. Isn't she? Haku looked at his adopted mother, then Naruto, who was calmly meditating. Nier, don't injure her very badly, prayed Kushina. Sakura heard Kushina's comment. Look, another whore is backing a whore. The room went silent when Sakura finished her sentence, and almost everyone got a cold sweat knowing she would die if not Nier then the redhead. I don't know why my Ka-san and Tu-san always talk highly of a whore. Of course, it's suitable for a loser's Ka-san as a whore, said Sakura. Nier took her stance and gathered as much chakra as she could under her feet. Sakura felt a cold sweat when her provoking didn't work to Nier to stop her from using her weapons. Hey, you coward, drop that sword and fight me equally. Nier had listened enough and launched herself towards Sakura at a blinding speed. Every Konoha Jonin was ready to stop Nier from killing Sakura. Before Sakura could do anything, a large cut appeared from her right shoulder to her abdomen. She screeched in sheer pain before falling backwards. Nier placed her weapon back and a small fire erupted from her fingertip and lunged again towards her enemy. Almost everyone winced in disgust when Nya engraved Uchiha Whore on Sakura's forehead before Sakura lost her consciousness. Haruno Sakura is unable to battle. Nier qualified for the finals, said Genma. I could make a record to win. This is 5 seconds. Maybe she was the top kunoichi of the year of academy, that's why I took this much time. Nier scoffed. That was a bit overkill to give my student a permanent scar, doesn't you think? Kakashi said when Nier walked past him. Nier stopped to give Kakashi a bored look before walking away. You did a great job, Nier. Your calligraphy is awesome. I will teach you some more, said Kushina. Nier nodded for going to Naruto and gave him a kiss, making him open his eyes, smile, and then close them again as she pulled back. Then she sat next to him. Next match. Genma looked at the board, which showed the names of Kankuro no Sabaku and Aburame Shino. Kankuro no Sabaku and Aburame Shino come down.